Welcome to your mom's house with Tom Segura, and
Christina Pajitsin.
welcome to your mom's house.
Man milk is vegan. Man milk is vegan. Man milk is vegan. Man milk is vegan. Acrobatic farts. How's that? Acrobatic farts. How's that? Acrobatic farts. How's that? Acrobatic farts. How's that? Acrobatic farts. Acrobatic farts. Acrobatic farts. How's that? Acrobatic farts. Acrobatic farts. Cum smoothies. Acrobatic farts. Acrobatic farts.
I guess it's vegan then. I guess you said so.
Yeah. Acrobatic farts.
Let's see who did that. It's by Chris Spence. It's called Acrobatic Farts by Chris Spence.
Oh.
Thank you, Chris.
Oh, thanks.
Good job, Jeans.
Good job. Great jeans. I didn't tell you this yet, but I'm editing my special and I went into the office today to do it.
Yeah.
And there's this really cute, like 20-something-year-old girl who works the reception desk.
What's her tit situation like?
Oh, I didn't look at them.
Oh, then I don't want to hear the rest of the story.
She's really sweet, and every time I come in there, she's got like cool pink hair. Like she's a cool younger girl. She's not like a dipshit, basically.
Right.
And she's not overly enthusiastic or like she's smart. You can tell.
Yeah.
So she always takes my ID and checks me in. And as I was checking in today, like a dad came in. And he was signing in, and then another dad came in behind her and was like, "April, don't let him in. I don't know who this guy is. April, don't let him in. Don't let him in, April. April, don't let." And he kept repeating it, and she kept ignoring him.
Yeah.
As did the guy who was signing in, because we were like, "We get the joke, Dad." And I felt so bad for her because I could see it. She's just like, this asshole. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good joke.
Yeah. And she hears it
Love
like
those jokes. Oh my God, I love blonde jokes.
Yeah. I mean, poor April's probably heard that 1,000
Don't
times.
let him in. I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
Hey, you see this guy? You check him out?
Right.
All right.
And she didn't even, but the best part about her. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I love blonde jokes. The best part is that she didn't even feign that it was funny. Like she's so broken by it that she was like, "Yeah, I get it, Mark," or whatever his name was. Like,
I know, Mark. Mark, this is the 300th day that you've done this in a row.
But that is the plight of being an attractive young female, is that dad boners are always cracking jokes and trying to get your attention and get you to laugh at them because their wives hate their guts. Probably like their children are over them. Of
course.
And so that's why they always like to flirt with waitresses and young.
You know what it is? I think
people.
It's not about, it's about attention.
Yeah.
It's about attention.
Because their wives are like, shutting it down.
Yep.
Their wives are in menopause.
So anyone's eyes who light up at anything becomes exciting to them because no eyes light up at home.
Nobody finds them funny at home.
Right.
Their kids are old enough to know that their sense of humor is
So
kind of
even
lame.
if one person in the office is like, "I like Mark," like that's funny, then he's like, "This is great. This feeling is great."
Yeah.
Poor Mark.
No attention. Like nobody cares about him anymore. It's funny because we spent the weekend together, the week together. You've been home. It's been great. And we went on an overnight trip we don't say where we stay, but we went on an overnight and we got to see like dads swimming and moms walking around. And we noticed we were in the lobby and there was this poor son of a bitch wearing a really baggy suit and white
New Balances.
Right.
And the pants First of all, it wasn't a suit. It was just trousers and a sports coat. But they didn't go together.
Oh,
They
okay.
didn't match.
Okay.
But they didn't, help each other. They didn't.
Sure.
There was no, unison. The colors didn't go together, and they were too short. He had high waters on, so they were high up. And we were walking towards this guy. And what did I say?
You go, nobody loves him.
Yeah.
He has no love.
This guy has
Nobody,
no love.
nobody loves him.
I even asked him. I mean, I didn't let him hear it, but I go, does nobody love you? Because no one, if somebody loved him, they'd be like, we're gonna change all of this right
Well,
now.
that's the wife's job. You got to check your spouse. Even it's the husband's job to check the lady.
Yeah.
So that you don't go out into the world looking like a dipshit.
He looked like a real dummy.
Yeah.
It wasn't just, this isn't just fashion commentary. He looked broken.
Yeah. Well, just dorky. Like, I'm not saying that I'm a fashionista by any stretch, but there are certain rules to the game. Like, the white dad sneakers and high waters is definitely not a good look.
Not a good look.
And we were driving in the car, and we saw a lady who totally shut it down crossing the street.
Mm-hmm.
And she was wearing what looks like those Teva kind of Birkenstock sandals with no socks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Like the real utility sandal, the Denver sandal.
The Denver sandal.
And then a pair of cargo shorts. And then like really functional looking tank top as well, like all beige. And short hair.
It does, there's a thing, you always say this, and I think people will probably be like, oh my God, are you guys serious about this? But I think it's true that you don't see as much of that in Europe, I feel like.
Oh, absolutely not. Growing up, my mother and my stepmother kept their shit on fleek.
Yeah.
Like, so what if you had the baby yesterday? Like, your ass is going to have your manicure done, your makeup's going to be on, you're going to be wearing a nice dress, and you're going to be back down to a size 6, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, in Europe, it is, I think it is unheard of. We were at the beach the other day with LJ, and I see 2 little boys playing, and the mother and father are just hanging back. There's no coolers. There's no overwhelming toys, umbrellas. The mother looks skinny, good shape.
Yeah.
And what'd I say to you?
You said, well, I remember when we saw some animal, and you said, I promise I'll never
look like that animal for you. But I said, those aren't Americans.
Oh, yeah.
I go, this is definitely not
That's
American.
right. You did spot that.
I
And
go,
then,
not Americans.
And
No way.
there wasn't really a dead giveaway to that being true, but then you talked to them and you were right.
Yeah, the lady I talked to, they're from the Ukraine.
Yeah.
I go, I knew it because you look great.
Yep.
You're not all panicked that your kids are jumping off the rocks,
Yeah.
They were in a million toys, and Americans love to bring the whole fucking barbecue grill to the beach and the fucking tent. And
Mexican Americans, you're saying?
Well, look, I don't know. I'm not specifying, but I do know that growing
I think
up,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
my mother kept her shit tight. Like she still looked good, and she dressed like a woman. And same with my stepmother, dressed like a woman.
Dressed like a woman, not like a Zer.
Right. And I do feel like that is an American woman thing that for some reason menopause.
You hit an age and you shut it down.
You shut it the fuck down.
Yeah.
The hormones shift. I get it. I totally get it's hard, especially when you have a baby. You don't feel pretty anymore.
I will say, to further that point, I think the men in those cultures also keep it more together.
Yeah.
Because you see less dad who's just like completely let it go.
Yeah.
Falling up. Not that it doesn't exist, obviously, in those cultures, but you see less of it. You see less.
Yes.
You see more effort put into self-maintenance.
Yes.
Even basic fashions. Like I remember in my semester abroad when I lived with this old lady in Madrid. Her son was 20 years older than me, would come visit. That dude always looked, presentable. He always looked sharp. And he goes, he told me, do you know how we know when an American he's walking down the street? And I go, no, how? And he goes, because you dress like shit.
That's right. Look at me right now. I'm wearing pajamas.
Like, oh, yeah. He's like T-shirts with big stupid things on them.
Yeah.
And shorts.
Shorts.
Yeah. And I was like,
agreed.
Oh, yeah. He's like, that's how we know that's American, because he looked like shit.
Yeah.
I'm going, okay. Thanks, man.
Now, the flip side is that we've earned the right to look like shit because we're number one. You know what I'm saying?
That is, though, a result of that. It is.
It is. It's like, you know what? On the other hand, that's our culture. We don't give a fuck. Fuck you. This is my house. This is what I do. This is my Barca lounger. Fuck you. And I respect that too. So I'm on both sides of the fence here.
I think it's a fair thing to feel both ways, actually.
Yeah.
Because there's just times where you feel like, hey, can we just fucking keep it together a little more? And then there's times where you go, fuck it. I don't care what I look like.
I'm just going to Target. I'm looking like shit today. You know, I wore my house slippers out a few times in the first year of Ellis's life.
I think it's always, what am I going to do? It's kind of a boss move. I mean, you see it a lot in LA where somebody pulls up in $100,000 car, but they were wearing T-shirt and shorts and slippers. Mm-hmm. That is like a very, I don't know, I see that as an American thing, right?
Definitely.
It's like, this is a really, but like, I'm not going to go out of my way to match that.
Definitely. And a specifically West Coast thing. You have West Coast millionaires that look like hobos.
A lot.
Right.
A lot.
Yeah, dude. Yes. Some of the most, especially in show business, like they look like fucking douchebags and they're millionaires.
In restaurants, people are like, you know who that is? He runs fucking that studio. And you're like, that guy?
Yeah, it looks like shit.
That guy looks like he's falling apart, man.
But I think just generally, I think I don't know why, but like especially mothers in America, I think there's this thing of like you have children and now you're totally desexualized. Like you're just an asexual.
I think so too.
You got to shut it down. And it's sad. It is sad just because I feel like European women, there's still a sexuality there after you have children. It shouldn't stop you from fucking. Like, it's silly.
By the way, I'm glad that this is one of your things, one of your hang-ups. You know?
Right.
You're always focused on like, stay fucking thinking that you're a woman.
Well, because you're still a person after you have children. I don't know why having children makes you, or the culture allows you to just like, well, I have a kid, now I got to shut everything down.
It's so weird.
Bizarro.
Why aren't you still a sexual being?
You're still a person.
Just because you have a kid?
Yeah, you're just raising a child.
But that's the thing, it's a mental shift. They're saying, I have a kid, therefore I have to give fully to this kid, and all those other aspects of who I was or am, I have to close those. But you don't have to.
No.
One doesn't exclude the other.
Right. You can have many identities.
Yeah.
Mommy is just, but I think too, that's the big mommy obsession in this country too, that moms have to be perfect and be totally devoted 100% all the time. Yeah. It's a lot of pressure.
And if you don't, then you're bad.
Yeah.
You're bad.
And you suck.
You're bad mom just because you lick dad's balls.
I don't know about that part. I don't know about that part.
What's that? Oh, we haven't done a proper show open, but I want you to talk about my future wife that you were talking about. Really exciting.
You got it.
All right, let's get this show started officially. Official. Here we go.
But I want to get the message out that it's okay for women to fart because I'm fighting for women's rights. You know, like a lot of women feel embarrassed. They don't want to fart in bed in a guy's face. But I'm saying, like, I'm the type of guy, I don't mind. Like, I'm into that stuff. So I'm trying to get guys like me to join this movement because I think we could really change the world. Like, guys that like women to fart in their face.
This shit is big time!
Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Your mom in the fucking stand!
Welcome to your mom's house with Tom Segura. And
Christina Pajitsin.
welcome to your mom's house.
I don't know who this fucking lunatic is.
I didn't know there was a problem with women.
Bob Smith sits around Union Square in New York City filming.
From The Cure, Robert Smith.
Okay, so Bob is the one that's filming the people. So he has millions of these videos. This dude he films in the video is named Roman. He smells women's farts to fight for women's rights. By the way, I think the tie-in there that I was thinking was that part of shutting it down is a result of feminism. In other words, I think for probably many years, it was so unacceptable to shut it down that part of
backlash now.
The backlash was, I'm going to shut it down. I'm not doing that for you.
True.
You know, so
True.
I do think that there's and people, thank God, people like Roman are keeping women's rights, you know, on the table.
How selfless of him to sniff women's asses in public so that they feel like they can fart again.
My favorite thing is when a dude who's just trying to get a nut, changes the narrative to that it's a bigger thing.
Of course,
one of my favorite moves of dudes, and only men are capable of spinning that type of nonsense
to get laid.
Yeah, like, dude, you just like farts.
Yeah.
Because it makes your dick hard. You don't have to be like, I want to change the world. And
right. The best is the guru, the guy who's like the twin goddess activation.
Oh, yeah.
Horseshit.
Yeah.
That guy's just a fucking douchebag.
Such a sight.
And the rub guy. I mean, he's just a guy that likes to jerk his cock and
all day.
He's a guru. Yeah. What an asshole.
I don't hurt my face or my head as much because I get headaches like this. And this is better. I take my time, you know, it's nicer. I get to sniff the girl more.
He has a sign in his hand that just says fart smeller that he's holding in Union Square.
Which is a dad joke, too, where they go, hey, he's a real fart smeller. I mean, smart feller. You heard that one before?
Oh, no, I haven't heard that one, but that's good.
Yeah.
They're not actually farting, though. They're just putting their butt in your face.
I tell them that if they don't have gas, like it's just for the, like to establish a movement. But I tell them if they have farts, they can fart. But yeah, a lot of them aren't really farting.
A lot of them are really farting. Cool, man.
Yeah, he's just a perv that likes to sniff girls' butts.
That's it.
And don't let him.
But I mean, that's it, man. You don't have to be like message out there.
I'm fighting for women's rights.
You're not fighting.
Women feel embarrassed. They don't want to fart in bed.
What a crusader.
But I'm saying,
but
maybe you should fight for equal pay, too.
I'm into that stuff. So I'm trying to get guys like me to join this movement.
I know why he says that. The reason
that like women to fart in their face.
The reason that he says that is because it's led to it happening so many times. In other words, he's asked women kind of, will you fart in my face? And a lot of, you know, sometimes it's happened, sometimes it's not. But when he changes the narrative to
empowerment,
look, man, I believe in women's rights. I think it's ridiculous that then every once in a while somebody's like, okay, like he hoses them into that. So now it's automated in his head. Like, that's what I got to say.
Right. It's positive spin on a very negative, weird thing.
Which, I mean, I congratulate him for finding that, but it is nonsense that it's women's rights.
Really? That's weird.
So this is a women's rights thing.
Yeah, it's partly a women's rights thing. But it's also to make us more like animals, like to get rid of civilization. You know, because civilization and capitalism is a problem. Like, if we are farting each other's faces, we get rid of the stock market, you know, we just turn it back into animals. And we don't got to worry about all this crap that's going on. We share everything, and we have total equality. So this is like anti-capitalist.
Yeah, now it's anti-capitalist.
Wow.
So he's really going out there.
He's got a bigger scope,
really
Tom.
making a change.
Why don't you give him some credit for having that?
That's very close-minded of me to see it that way.
Do you think he has a girlfriend? Like, what's the life like?
Women's rights.
What's his personal life? I'm so curious about these lunatics. Like, what do you think is happening?
This guy probably could have a much more fulfilling life if he wasn't so hung up on those farts all the time. I think it's a big distraction for him. I think he's probably a lot of his thoughts and planning and days are just in, you know, when his parents are like, what'd you do this weekend? He has to come up with a whole other story because he's like, I spent Friday planning this thing, and then Saturday I got to the park at 8 a.m. and I redid my sign. It wasn't right, and then I spent about 6 hours just smelling butts.
So you're saying that it's kind of an obsessive thing with him.
I think so.
It's taken over his life at this point. Yeah. I think you're right.
I think this guy should just hire someone too. I think he'd probably get so much more done if he would just like find a woman. If it's not a woman that he could date, then just be like, hey, do you think you could spend like a few hours just farting and like I'll pay you? You know what I mean? Then
he doesn't have money though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
He doesn't have money. He doesn't have a job. He's got all this time to devote to the fart smelling thing.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a movement. He's creating a movement, babe.
But I think if he would get a job and just hire his fart lady, that would be better. You just get more done in life, you know.
It is more productive.
You got to get some things done, dude.
Or look, there's a lot of lady that they like to fart. Ladies,
right.
We found their videos. Why doesn't he connect?
Right. Well, actually, in this day and age, maybe because it looked old. It looked kind of old. I would think that with the right amount of ads, just computer, website ad, just going on Meet People, that he could, especially like some fetish connect thing.
Yeah.
He could probably find someone.
I mean, it's not.
Do you like to fart?
Hard. Yeah.
I like to smell them.
Sure.
And he seemed nice enough that I'm sure somebody would like him. You know.
Yeah, he's somebody's type.
You could have dinner with that guy. He was a social.
I don't know.
I'm not saying you.
Yeah.
I'm saying that like he's not so weird that you go, look, that guy's just fucking straight up psycho.
It is obsession though. He's placing all of his eggs in this fart basket emotionally.
You know, speaking of that, you know what hasn't happened in a while? We haven't gotten the main farter on the show. Let's give Top Dog a call.
I'd love to.
Buddy. It's Top Dog. Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
It's Top Dog. Hey, buddy. It's Top Dog. You need to wipe down. It's Top Dog.
Hey.
Yeah. So let's see here. Yeah.
So on our trip, on our overnight mommy trip we just took, we heard a brand new dad joke.
From radio that I did.
From radio. It was like on...
I called in to
like Chopper and the Road Dog. Or
yeah.
Chopper and the Beaver.
I love, by the way, that when I called into radio, they'll sometimes right before they'll tell you who's in the room. So they'll be like, "Hey, it's Amanda and Mike, just so you know who you're on the phone with." And you're like, "Oh, okay." And this time they were like, "Hey, it's Jim, the Ranger, and Laura." And I'm like, sure. Like it's
who cares? I don't know who these people are.
But I mean, also just that you're going to be like, "Can I talk to the Ranger?"
Right.
Or,
right.
Or like, you know what I mean? You're going to talk to
Hound Dog and the Blood Gang.
Yeah,
And you're like, I'm not going to ask for Hound Dog. It's
I'm not
going
doing
to
that,
happen.
man.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we're talking about you.
Yeah.
And it got like, I realized it just had a serious tone. I was like, you know, we've been together and blah, blah, blah. And then I can tell that they're just kind of waiting. Like, is this serious? And then I go, but she's got a couple of, big old hangers on her, and that's great. And they're like, oh, that's awesome, man. I go, she's got 2 big sloppers on her. And he's like, I love this guy. And then he goes, Laura here, she's got a couple of state droopers on her.
Which I actually think is very funny.
I thought that was funny,
State
too.
Droopers. I've never heard that before.
I thought it was pretty great.
That is such a great new dad joke. I think that's really funny.
We have to run by Top Dog.
Of course.
All right,
We have to get his stamp of approval on it.
Let's see if this works.
Couple of state droopers. So stupid.
How should we tell him? Should we tell him that somebody said it? Or
Yeah, he calls his wife's tits state droopers.
Yeah.
Couple of
Hello?
Dad.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Good. It's been a while.
Yeah.
How are you?
It has been. Well, I'm doing good. Just working half days. It's nice.
That's nice. Hey,
yeah, it is.
One of my buddies has a funny reference. I don't know if you've heard this before, but he calls his wife's boobs state droopers.
Called her what?
He calls her boobs state droopers.
Oh, my God. I can't believe. Oh, it's not what I call a loving comment.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
State.
It's pretty funny. I think.
State trooper women, they got to wear. They don't make bulletproof vests for women with boobs.
Do they not?
No.
Oh, what do they do?
I know of. I mean,
are you well versed in the bulletproof vest market?
I asked one of my, my secretary's husband's a cop.
Yeah. Okay.
And I asked her, I said, do they have a special model for women? And she says, I don't think so.
Oh, all right. Well, very well. By the way,
an accurate answer. Yeah.
So there's been a lot of excitement, anticipation about what's going to happen with fartmistress.com, the website that I bought, and whether or not Mom is going to fart on it. And at first I was going to try to raise money, but now I think what I'm going to do is just pay her myself. But she was saying that she felt like a prostitute. But, I mean, you don't have to get naked or anything. You just fart. What's the big deal?
I really don't understand. I mean, the other day, did I tell you about that shit I did the other day? Oh, God.
No. What happened?
All right, so I'm on a road trip. I'm up there seeing Jane. And what always happens when you go on a road trip is you get up in the morning, you hit the road, and I'm on the highway.
Yeah.
And if I do that, my 8:15 bombs away time doesn't happen. So I went a whole day without a single shit.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
I knew it was going to happen the next day. I know it was going to be ugly. So, woke up, I'm home, back to my normal routine. Kind of did a smaller one probably because, I don't know, wasn't that big. And then I'm driving to the gate of the where we live, and all of a sudden I feel it coming, and I know that feeling. I said, oh, my God, am I going to make it?
So you were on your way in or out?
On the way into the subdivision.
Okay, yeah.
So, heading down there, and then, that feeling when you have to kind of squeeze your cheeks together. You have to stretch your legs out.
Yeah. How far are you from the house as you're feeling this?
Oh, I'm, quarter mile.
Okay.
So I make the left-hand turn down our street, pull in the driveway, but then I got to get out of the car. I got to keep my cheeks together as I'm getting out of the car. And the whole idea is, to try to run in there and I had to make that right turn. And when I made that right turn, some of it just slipped out.
What?
And some of the shit came out. And when I got there on the toilet, it was really messy. I had some. In fact, it was so messy that I had to wipe. I don't normally do this, but I had some on my left cheek. I had to, wipe my left cheek with my left hand. I had,
Wow. What? That's unorthodox. It feels different, right? To use your other hand.
Well, it does. It's very unorthodox. And then I looked down at my underwear, and I could see some shit. Basically, I had a few, niblets in my underwear, and then I looked inside my trousers, and some of it fell inside my trousers.
So did you throw that stuff away? What do you do with that?
Oh no, I just rinse it off in the laundry room. We just rinse it off and let it soak, and then
Why wouldn't you just throw the underwear out?
Well, why should we? It's perfectly good underwear.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. It's not. It's covered in shit.
It's because it's got. Listen. I know a lot about sunset in your pants kind of stuff, and it takes a lot more of that to ruin a good pair of underwear.
What is it? What would it take to ruin a good pair of underwear?
Mostly when the elastic gets worn out. Because
so if you had like if you had a full shit in your pants, you'd still keep them?
Yeah, what I do is just take the shit, put it in the toilet, and rinse the rest of it in the laundry room sink, and then let it soak, and then you just recycle. Listen,
some of y'all is nasty as hell.
Throw good underwear away.
But it's not good anymore.
It's not good anymore. That's the whole point.
Oh, it is good. Once you put it in washing machine and hot water and soap, it comes out nice and white or blue, whatever color it was. And another episode.
No, you should just trash those.
But I tell you, the issue here really for me was, I have to when I really got to go, I got to work on making those turns into the bathroom.
Oh, you got to work on that?
Yeah, because I made that turn, and of course it means put your legs, and when you make that turn, that's when my
what turn are you talking about though?
Going from in the house to the bathroom.
So through the laundry room?
Yeah, through the laundry room. Then I got to turn right. The closest bathroom, is guest bathroom.
Did you jump in the shower after that?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, after.
God,
I had to. It was such a mess. I had to jump in the shower and clean.
Hey,
things off.
What's up with the? I'm just changing the topic because I'm about to puke in my mouth. But what do you? Are you into those new bras Mom got? Are you still digging those? Or are you not? You're not liking those anymore?
Well, I'm a lace man. Okay.
Yeah.
I always like to see through. Give a little. See through there, see the nipples and other things. I've always been a lace guy, and these functional lift bras with have never been my favorites, but I'm not going to tell her that.
Is she wearing what is she wearing now? The functional ones?
Oh, yeah, she's all functional now, yeah.
But why don't you just get her some lace ones?
Yeah.
Just she'll wear them for you.
I did, but she doesn't. She did, but she likes the functional. So.
I was telling Christina about this girl I went out with in college once, who she had such a full bush that it looked like she had a pair of balls when she had her panties on. It was like too much.
Oh. Well, my generation, it was all about the bush. Okay.
Oh.
My generation, the girls never shaved. Okay. Just didn't do that. And you would classify women by nationality, whether they had big bush or little bush.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. So basically, you're Italians, you're Greeks,
yeah,
you're Jewish, red, black bushes. You're Scandinavians, you're Swedes, Norwegians. They had very little.
Right.
And the Irish too. The English, you never knew what you were going to get with them. I mean, it was all over the map. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the big ones right there, the big black bushes were the that kind of lower European, Mediterranean.
Right. Well, that's what this girl was. She was Portuguese.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can imagine.
I mean, I saw those panties, and I go, I'm about to hook up with a guy right now.
Well, I tell you, some of those girls in those days, they did partial shaves because, they would. It would almost be like a reverse triangle. The hair would kind of go up towards the navel, so girls would shave themselves partially.
Oh, like from below the navel, because it would grow.
Yeah,
it would grow up so high.
Oh yeah, you couldn't wear a bikini otherwise.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very common in our generation.
Yeah. Yeah, this girl had a lot of hair. A small penis, but a lot of hair.
She had a small penis, but a lot of hair.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm so thrilled.
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
But I haven't had an accident like that, Tommy, in a long time.
I feel like it's happened a few times in the last year, though. I feel like it's not that.
Well, it's all due, it's all due to when I travel in the car. What happens is, when you get up, you're not in your routine. You eat differently in the morning.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Yeah.
You're on the road, and then for some reason. It just stays there in your rectum or.
I know. I have a lot of travel day problems. Travel day affects
you. I don't know how you do it, quite frankly. I don't know.
I'm getting my teeth whitened the week after next. Do you want me to set you guys up when you're out here?
Your mother would want me to get my teeth whitened. Yes.
Are you opposed to that?
No, I'm not. I just don't want it to be so white that it makes me look like, some kind of Christmas decoration.
I hope it does. I'm going to take, that's going to be my gift to you if you come out in the next few months.
We're working on that Thanksgiving thing, okay? So
okay.
That.
All right, that'd be great. All right, look, I got to run. I love you.
Love you.
I'll talk to you later.
Love
okay,
you, buddy.
Okay,
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. That was pretty much amazing.
I didn't know about the lacy bra that he likes to see the nipple.
All right.
Ugh.
And we would classify them.
So
gross. Okay.
That is so gross. How does it feel to know your dad's sexuality and his sexual preferences?
It's more than I need. It's more than I need.
Do you feel like you want to marry your dad?
No.
Ugh. It's so gross, right?
Yeah.
How come it's never okay to know your parents' sexual stuff, even when you're like a 40-year-old grown-ass man?
I don't know.
You never want to know.
You don't want to hear about it.
What gives your dad a hard on?
No. And he gets more comfortable with it with age. Because we'll be hanging out and he'll be like, oh, I bet she'll take care of you, all right? In the sack. Look at her over there. And you're like, yeah, bet she would.
Couple of steak droopers, okay?
Okay. All right.
We got to remind him about that when he's out here so that he starts saying it more. I feel like he could really adapt that.
He would love to introduce that to his friends.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you just need some reminders.
We need to drill him on it, and then he'll take it back to Florida.
We made love recently, and It was great, but I was thinking there's always room to improve, you know?
So we're going to talk about one of the scariest parts of that initial dating experience, and that's the first kiss. And we're going to talk a little bit about the first kiss, and then we're going to talk a little bit about some advanced kissing.
Ugh. Is this real?
This is real.
This is real?
One of the things that's really cool about kissing, we always have learned to kiss when we're both giving and receiving at the same time.
Ugh.
But actually, an amazing way to kiss is just to give or just to receive.
Oh, boy.
That's true. What do you think happens next?
Joanna is just going to
throw
relax
up.
her lips, and she's just going to receive my kiss. And we'll just start there.
I hate watching people kiss.
So she's not kissing back.
It's so
and
uncomfortable.
she's feeling all of my energy that we talked about in the touch exercise and the sensation of the softness of my lips against hers. How was it?
I'm going to throw up.
Great dad. He looks like such a fucking dad.
Total boner.
Ugh.
But isn't that what's called being a bad kisser when you're just limp and you don't respond?
Well, they're advanced, so maybe not. This is advanced.
They're intimacy experts, it
I feel like
says.
she's making out with her golf coach or something.
Yeah, he's super lame, dude. Well, he's not cool. Neither is she, but
No.
like he's super bonery. Like he's not even trying. He gave up.
I know. He just seems like such a fucking manager of the you know the sunglasses shop.
Yeah, he's such a four corners, dude.
All right, so there's a lot of things you can do. You have a whole playground around the lips. You have the outer part of the lips, you have the inner.
This is real?
Lips. You have upper lip, lower lip, which feel entirely different.
They do. Absolutely, they feel.
How you know that, you fucking nerd?
Yeah, you dorks.
You can use your lips to kiss. You can use one lip.
I'm gonna throw up.
Use your tongue to kiss, and you can do all this just on the outer lips. Before we even go inside, she can just have her
Inside?
lips
Just
loosely
lick your mouth.
together. There you go.
I gotta say, look at ponytail guy right here. How was that? It was good. I got uncomfortable watching that scene in Billions when they show perceived real fucking on a show or movie.
Showtime loves to do that, by the way.
Jesus, man.
Showtime will always open on an uncomfortable sex scene.
Yeah,
But that guy, the star of Billions, has a weird mouth.
he does.
You and I have talked. He played Agent Brody.
Yeah.
Brody Stevens? Stephen Brody Stevens?
Stephen Brody Stevens from Homeland.
He played the red-haired guy that Claire Danes, hooks up with, whatever. But his mouth is just so hard.
Isn't there a name for that?
To get over.
Is it like called Burt mouth or something? Where they have like the shape of the teeth is weird.
Burt mouth.
Yeah. You know who else has a mouth like that? Bill Walton. You know who that is?
I don't know.
Of course you don't. Look at this.
You have so much disdain for my lack of sports knowledge.
I know.
Yeah, but I don't care about sports. Why would I know? This guy is such a dork. He doesn't get laid at all. Who's doing the intimacy expert?
Let's see here.
Why would you pay money for these two dorks to do? Whoa, look at those teeth.
But see how the
chompers are unusually large.
The shape is kind of similar.
Yeah, not good. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But I'm saying his lips, Agent Brody Stevens' lips is weird. Ugh.
Oof.
God, the teeth are all wrong, and they're all fake, so he should have had them done smaller.
Yeah. But he's always had that. I mean, that's the shape of his mouth, you know? He has that. What's that guy's name? They have the same mouth.
No.
Yeah.
It's similar, but his lips are not.
The where the teeth start to go back is sooner. So in other words, the mouth the teeth are more narrow than wide.
Okay, look up Agent Brody.
Okay.
Look up Billions.
Yeah.
Just
okay.
Google Billions, the
Okay.
star. And so people know what we're talking about. But his lips are weird. I'm just saying the shape of without his mouth open even, the lips really put me off.
Yeah.
Plus he's a red hair guy. It's not my lane.
Damian Lewis.
That's
his
the
name.
actor.
Yeah.
He's a great actor. He's
Yeah, he
I think
is.
New Zealander. Is that
I thought he
right?
was a
Kiwi or Brit or whatever.
Is he not? No, or Australian. Is he?
Or Momstralian. He
Where's
does
he
the
from?
American accent flawlessly.
He's English. He's English.
You can't even tell the guy's English.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because he and the wife were fucking in their pool, which, by the way, I don't know who has sex in a pool because all the water goes up your vagine and it's so uncomfortable. It's bullshit. Yeah, his mouth looks super weird. Yeah. But it looks weirder when it's closed. His lips are, see the shape of it? It's like, he's such a great actor.
He is.
And his mouth always bothered me in Homeland.
It's probably bothered him a lot, too.
Yeah.
But he's gotten, for having a weird mouth, he's a really confident weird mouth guy.
Yeah.
See how, this is what I'm talking about. They go back, as opposed to wide, right?
Yeah.
So that's what Bill Walton has.
I see what you're saying. They got, it's
thing.
like a smiley shape or something on teeth. Yeah. So weird, huh?
Yeah, it's like, it's what it is. Man.
Yeah, no, I know. But the teeth, they also went way too big on those veneers, man. You got to be careful with those veneers.
Those are huge.
They're donkey teeth, yeah. They're way
By the way,
big.
what if we get my dad to get really, really, really white teeth?
And veneers, too. Like super white donkey veneers.
I laugh so fucking hard.
Yeah. Me too. Well, I'm just thinking, when's the last time your dad went to the dentist at all?
Oh, yeah, I know. We could have asked that. It's been a while. It has been a while.
Because your sisters are always so mean to him about his breath. They're always like, God, your breath. And they shove like gum in his mouth all the time.
He's like, oh, yeah?
Your dad's got the worst dad mouth. Jeez.
He's got total dad mouth. Yeah, he's got total fucking dad mouth.
Is it that the dads just don't brush their teeth at all? Is that what happens? Or just being old? Like it's aging?
So there's a lot of things you can do. You have a whole playground around the lips. Yeah. You have the outer part of the lips. You have the inner part of the lips. You have upper lip, lower lip, which feel entirely different.
I do. Absolutely.
I'm going to throw up that
You
these
can
two
use
are
your lips to
fucking.
kiss. You can use one lip to kiss. And the lips, another thing that we're doing is we're kissing with our eyes open.
Yeah.
So
that's
maintaining that energy.
That connection.
Maintaining energy?
And there's a connection of our hearts. There's the connection of our lips. There's the connection of our eyes.
Here's why this is bullshit.
And we just dance.
Kissing with your eyes open is also how someone who has never kissed before kisses.
Right.
Then they're trying to say this is advanced. If you have two 8th graders make out, they're going to go like, and one of them's going to be like, close your fucking eyes. It's weird.
Basically, what they're giving you is like rookie kissy moves.
And they're saying that it's advanced.
It's not advanced.
It's not advanced.
This is fucking, you're right. It's like
One of the other
7th
things that you
grade.
can do when you're kissing is using your breath. And so there's a
can you?
blowing that can happen. And you can actually even nibble too.
What?
It is weird to watch people do this.
Oh my God. If someone did that to me, I would vomit. If someone, and that's the thing is that
I
it's,
would laugh.
yeah, it's intentionally trying hard to be sexy. Like I was watching the show Gypsy on Netflix.
Tzigans. Gitanos de mierda.
It's not about them though, just so you know. And Naomi Watts is making out with this girl, this younger girl, and she goes, I want you to dance for me. And the girl does it, and it's so corny.
I know.
And we were making fun of it last night. I was like, Tom, I want you to dance for me. Like, who does that? Like, who can do it with a serious face?
People that aren't assholes. That's the thing, is we're too jaded to do.
Is that
any of this.
right?
Yes, of course.
But I feel like that would be taking myself way too seriously.
By the way,
so lame.
I've told you about the tongue lead kisser.
Yeah.
I'm like,
They're telling you to do that, these dorks, though.
I thought that was terrible. I thought that was some juvenile shit. This is like a woman I went out with a few times. And every time, like even if you were like, okay, so I'll see you later, and you gave a kiss, she would put her tongue in your mouth.
No.
Yeah. Like
Wait, no, you mean she would lead with her tongue.
Right,
So she'd
so-
stick her tongue out, like what they're telling you to do, like,
You would just, I mean, it's for like what you would expect to be just not a make-out kiss, just a
peck goodbye.
Goodbye or good, I picked you up, like good to see you. You'd feel the tongue come into your mouth. And I was like, I don't know, I can't get over this.
What are you doing? What is she doing?
I remember telling people I worked with, I was like, I don't think I can get over this. Because I don't know how to bring it up.
Yeah, how do you bring that up to somebody?
And it wasn't
you're dating?
one time. This was...
Oh, so it wasn't like an accident? Like
No, we
she
went out
accidentally-
probably 4 or 5 times.
And every time she gave you a hello and goodbye kiss, it was tongue?
And every single kiss had tongue. Every single one.
So do you think that she just had it out there? You know how parakeets, like they always have their tongue kind of, it was just always out.
I don't know. I think that my interpretation was she thought this is super sexy.
Oh, it's just trying to be an expert intimacy person, not a novice like us.
And I was more like, you can pull that in sometimes. Yeah. I mean, imagine if every kiss a tongue was going into your mouth.
I don't like it.
It's too much.
It's too much tongue. I don't like mouth.
I ended up having anxiety about her kisses.
Of course.
You know? Yeah.
Of course. I don't even like mouth kissing friends goodbye.
Yeah.
Or mouth kissing my son.
I think it's more with women. I have had women friends where there's nothing there sexually. They're married or they're in relationships and they're happy and they greet with mouth kisses.
I agree. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It happens.
Have you had
that? Not with women, but with men. Yes, male friends. And I'm like, what? And I kind of have to turn, like I go for the cheek.
So guys will lead with it?
Yeah.
See, I've never, obviously they've never done it to me. I didn't know that men would lead with that.
Yeah, it's like it's an LA thing. It's like a hipster, it's like a cool LA person thing. Like
Is it really?
Yeah. If you're cool, you do a mouth kiss, which I don't do. I don't kiss people's mouths.
Come on.
Yeah. No, it's like a cool person
Good
thing.
to see you.
Mouth kiss.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the last time, it felt to me like it was kind of a cool but high society thing.
Yeah, that's right. Right.
It was elite people that I encountered doing that. And it always was so jarring to be like, wow, what did you just do?
I don't like that. I told you, I had friends in high school who the whole family kissed on the mouth. The son would kiss the dad's mouth. The mother would kiss the son's mouth. The little girl, the sister would kiss the brother's mouth. And the dad and the son would kiss on the mouth.
Okay.
Like what? And he was like 17 years old. Bye, good night, goodbye, guys.
That's a lot.
Everybody's mouth kissing in the whole family.
That is a lot.
Super weird. I tell you the one time, and I brought this up on the show like many years ago. One time I was kissing my stepdad goodbye, and he turned his head just as I was going for his cheek, and I kissed like the corner of his mouth.
Yeah.
Like I've been thinking about it for 20 years.
Yeah.
That's how long ago that
Did you guys say something then or no?
No, it was just like, ugh. But you think about it, like, ugh, that one time I corner mouth kissed my stepdad. Gross.
Yeah, that's gross. That would make me uncomfortable.
You ever mouth kiss your mom?
You ever kiss your mom? Huh?
It's just like the gays.
It's just like the gays. No, gross.
Yeah.
No, I don't want mouth kisses.
Not from
strangers.
Family or strangers. No. Even our son, I feel weird. I feel like that's not okay, mouth kissing.
Yeah. I've seen that. People kiss their children, like their small children.
And I know a lot of people do it to small kids. I think that it's not too crazy. But what happened when the boy's like 12? Are you still mouth kissing your son?
Probably.
I'm not sure that's okay.
You want to give mommy a kiss on the mouth?
What else do they have? The intimacy experts. These two are the experts, huh?
And that's how it's done. So you saw how we kind of moved back and forth, and I would pause, and then Joanna would pause, I would pause, and when you feel the other person pause, and you know that's your cue to take lead, and you lead the kiss for a while.
Oh, I'm throwing
And you just dance with it, and you can play inside and outside, slowly moving your tongue or even using your teeth, just in a gentle way. But you can do so much, and you can feel the energy.
It would make me so uncomfortable to be at this.
Oh my God.
I would be.
Oh my God. Okay, would you rather?
The other thing. That's what I'd rather.
Oh no, come on. You haven't even listened. Okay, would you rather?
Uh-huh.
Okay, would you rather? Burning Man. We go to Burning Man for 2 weeks. And you're
2 weeks.
You're not showering. You've got that playa dust. You've got playa dust in your asshole, in your eyes, and your beard. You're taking shits in porta potties. It's 120 degrees during the day.
You know me well.
There's vagina eating contests. There's just dirty hippies everywhere. Or it's 2 weeks of the intimacy class.
I think I would go the intimacy. I think you found my. I can't do Burning Man for 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
What if it's 1 week each? What if I shorten the time?
Everything about Burning Man is what I hate. So
or Coachella.
This stuff
insert Coachella there too.
Would at least entertain me.
Yeah.
I'd be more entertained by the intimacy class.
But this will be, it's the intimacy that makes me uncomfortable. Because then they'll be like, Tom and Christina, you guys try in front of everybody, and then I'd be like, oh my God.
I know, but I would be laughing, and I'd like that there's air conditioning, and there's a bathroom,
and
all
showers.
that stuff. It really bothers me about those festivals.
Well, the Burning Man in particular, because it's playa dust. You're out on a playa, whatever.
You know,
that
I had
is.
some fucking idiot that listens to our show message me about. He's like, when did you become like such a bitch about crowds?
Oh, always.
And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And also, I never understand when somebody's like upset about you not liking something that they like. Yeah, it's like, why the fuck do you think that that's a logical point to bring up? Hey, man, I like festivals. How can you not like festivals? Well, I'm not you dumb fuck.
Yeah, I know. He has to have everybody agree with him to feel good in the world.
We all have to like the same things?
That's silly. Like, there are scores of people who love Burning Man, love Coachella.
And many more who don't.
It's just not for us.
Of course. Fucking
It's not my scene, man. I'm a fucking adult. I can't do that crap.
Somebody...
I'm an adult.
Messaged this. This was is pretty cool.
I'm a grown-ass woman. I don't sit in my own filth for a week like an asshole.
Here we go. Look at this.
Yeah, hold on.
Email. Hey, mommies. I was talking to my wife about our weight loss. I completely forgot what inspired me to change my life. In the summer of 2014, I weighed just over 500 pounds.
Wow.
I was always the big funny guy. I love comedy. One night after work, my wife and I decided to watch Tom's special. Well, as you know, you have a bit about how you shouldn't have diarrhea every day. And Mommy Tina offers a ride to the hospital. This is 100% true, by the way. That bit is based on...
reality.
Yeah.
You came out, we were in Silver Lake, and you came out, and I go, do you need to go to the hospital?
And
do you
that
need to go
line
to the ER?
is in the bit. I mean, that's the real line. That shit was the funniest thing I've ever heard. And I remember thinking, ha, 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 oh my God, that's totally true. That's me. Oh my God, that is me. It was the only statement that actually broke through my fat head. And now I'm down 225 pounds.
Wow.
My wife joined me soon after. She's lost 125 pounds.
Wow.
Together, we've lost half a burnt Chrysler.
Wow. Amazing.
That is true.
Amazing.
So thank you. Your comedy does a lot more than make people laugh. I haven't gotten an updated before and after in over a year, but here's some proof. Next time you're in Columbus, come over for some moose soup. Look at this guy.
Wow.
Obviously, this is the early. So here he's over 5 bills.
Wow, man.
And here he's lost 225 pounds.
Amazed. Congratulations, Gene.
That is really something, man. That's really something.
Amazing.
Congratulations to you.
Wow.
That is really great. I don't see, is your name in here? No. So I don't know who sent this. But you obviously know who you are if you sent it. And we congratulate you. That's amazing. Speaking of moose soup.
It's a moose soup diet.
God. People have gone bananas for moose soup lady. We can get into some of that. And we did it because you asked us to a lot.
You asked us.
Here it is.
Yes.
Come down for Moose Soup shirt on sale. Go to merchmethod.com/Tom Segura and you will see the Moose Soup lady shirt.
Come down later for Moose Soup.
Who designed that?
So this was submitted to us by Andrew Oyen. So thank you, Andrew, for submitting this design.
Yep.
We saw it and fell in love with it, and this is it.
Come down later for moose soup.
So there it is.
Thank you, Andrew.
Bitch.
It's a really cool design.
Yeah.
They are fully stocked, all the sizes.
Dirty.
OMG.
I want to thank everybody also who obviously supports the show in so many ways, but I wanted to thank everybody that ordered that special edition Sup Kane shirt. Those started going out, and then the Mostly Stories signed vinyl. I went back and signed 100 more of them.
Crazy.
So those went out as well.
I'm so surprised that people are ordering vinyl.
I'd never done it. Here's how many there was such a demand for it that I got Completely Normal, the first special on vinyl. It'll go out next month.
Awesome.
So I'll let you know when those arrive. But Yeah, there's Making Fitness. Everybody's been super supportive of our store, and it totally helps support this show. So thank you guys for doing that.
Come down later for moose soup.
Come down later for moose soup.
So I've found the moose soup lady on Facebook, and I'm obsessed with her, and I love her.
Come down later for moose soup.
She really sells moose soup. You know that? Like it's her thing. Like she sells.
When I don't know how, I'm going to Jackson.
That's her singing at a party.
I'm going to Jackson.
That's Moose Soup Lady singing.
Yeah.
It's that voice. The voice.
It's the voice.
The best part is actually not seeing.
Exactly.
It's hearing her.
You don't need to see her to.
No.
I mean, she looks like how you imagine. Let's just put it that way. Like she looks like that person.
Me. They don't know how. I'm going to Jackson.
It's quite a voice, yeah.
In that. I'm going to Jackson.
I'm going to Jackson.
She knows that part of the song.
This is actually somebody who I'm better suited to impersonate than you are, and it's a woman. But my natural voice is closer.
I know.
Married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout.
What the fuck song is this?
We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out.
Okay, you get the idea.
Well, how do you get that voice? It starts deep. Because here's the thing. I have a pretty deep lady voice. Do you think in 20 years I could get Moose Soup lady voice?
I don't know.
But I'd have to start smoking again.
I don't know. Let's see if this is a... Sure, oh, no, it's somebody else's. Yeah, there's a lot of smoking involved.
But I have to start smoking again.
Yeah. Here she is. This is another good one. Just, it's on like a canoe.
OMG.
Just a canoe out on the water and a small boat. I mean,
His barge? Yeah. You don't move very fast.
It's too loud. It's too loud. It's too horrible.
yeah, the
boat. I can't.
This is the weather.
Yeah,
No,
it's too loud.
it doesn't work.
All right, but you get the idea. It's those types of.
It's really her. It's all her. It's all real.
Yeah.
The moose soup. She sells moose soup.
It's on. She has a garage sale right now. She just posted about a garage sale, and she's like, "I have moose soup, bread, dinner rolls." I don't know. She posted her phone number.
That's crazy, guys. Do not. If you find her,
Yeah,
please leave her alone.
Don't.
We don't want to interrupt this. She's a normal person living a life. Like, let's not mess
She
with
just
her.
has moose soup.
But she's the best, dude. She's.
Oh, it says that she's a professional cook.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so maybe she does make amazing moose soup. You know,
That's cool. Well, next time we're in Alaska, we should look her up.
she's single. Does that too?
There you go.
Yeah.
Would you date the moose soup lady? No.
I think at this time in my life, it's not appropriate.
Why?
I'm younger. Maybe wait a little while.
How long is this your wife after me?
I don't think. What is my wife after me like again?
So we had this discussion who you would marry after me, like your second wife, and I was like, you're probably gonna.
Well, I think you should point out that at first I suggested, I was like, oh, I could see it being like a Latin guy, and you're like, yeah, and I go, you know, like a Brazilian or something, and you're like, oh, I could see that. So it was like, that's what I set up to you. I was like, I could see that being your next spouse.
I would go
And you're
Brazilian.
like,
I love Portuguese.
yeah, and
so
that's
I would
how.
love to hear
and you
that.
were like, that is neat. And then I go, what about me? And you said,
and I go, I see you with some nasty porno chick, like some girl who's like, I'm gonna fucking piss on your balls, and I'm gonna put a baseball bat in my ass, like stuff like that. That's what I see you with.
cool. It's really cool.
Well, but hear me out.
Hold on.
Because I see you with somebody like that because, you know, you did like the good Family Guy thing on our marriage.
Right.
Like we're doing the kid and the dogs and like a normal existence. And who knows, you might get so famous that reality gets distorted like it does with a lot of really famous guys. You could be that guy, you know, pushing your dick through a wire fence to get it sucked. And then, you know what I mean? And like,
That's not weird.
And then you could be like, I'm so sick of this boring wife and kid lifestyle.
Yeah.
I got to get with the girl that pisses on my balls. That's what's going to happen.
Why does she piss on my balls?
That's what you like.
That's not what
Well,
I
it is because you've been repressing your savage desire. Like, yes, Trish and Bobby, they have a pretty good sex life. Like, we have a pretty consistent thing. Karen and Bobby or Trish and Bobby. But, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you're going to have some real deviant shit coming out in your later in life, maybe.
Yeah.
OMG.
Well, you told me as long as it's later in life, it's cool, though. You're like, oh, after like 20 years, you can just...
once our kid is in college, you want a divorce, fine. But let's stay together.
No, you said we stay together, but I can be like...
Oh, yeah.
I want to go, like, get my balls
You
pissed
think
on.
that's licensed to do that stuff? That's not what I meant.
Oh, I misinterpreted that.
No. If we... I like you so much as a person. If in 20 years we fucking, like, the marriage is just not working...
Yeah.
But maybe we still live together like the French do.
Oh, okay. Oh, but
And
we have...
you have your paramour.
Oh, okay.
But I like you. That's what I'm saying. Like, I like to stay married.
I like you, too. I don't know why you think I'm going to go get my balls pissed on.
Because I know you. I feel like that's going to be your next thing. Like,
my next thing is getting my balls pissed on. All right. Well, we'll be joined by the great Yoshi Obayashi here in just a few minutes.
Strong
so why don't
performer.
we take a quick break, and we'll be back with him.
OMG.
And we're back, and we're joined by one of the all-time great guests of your Mom's House podcast, Mr. Yoshi Obayashi.
Thanks, guys.
The music
is the best
It's your
on this
song.
podcast.
It's your song.
It's gonna do.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're here,
Thank you, man.
Yoshi.
Thanks for. It's always good to see you. Last time we saw you
live,
I think was at the live show.
Yeah.
in Irvine, Sperm Vine, California.
But I think the last time I did a show at your place, it's been a couple of years.
Yeah, you were in the old like our old place.
Yeah, by the beach area.
Yes. Long
Down
time
south.
ago. We've had 2 studios since, right, Tommy?
Yeah.
1, 2, and this is the 3rd one. So we just,
And actually, if you want to add up all the different rooms we've done it in, there's the first room in Silver Lake.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
The OG spot.
Yeah, that's the
You did
OG
that
spot.
one.
Then the beach room. Then the beach office.
I did that one too. Yeah,
You did that one too. Then the rental house.
Yeah.
And then here. So there's 5 total rooms.
I know. Let's hope this one stays for a while.
Oh, my God.
This is like a sports franchise. Finally, you guys got a real... I mean, this is really fancy.
Yeah. This is a real place to do it in, man.
Yeah.
So it's always good to see you, man. It's good. I'm glad you could come here.
All right? Okay.
So
I don't even have to be here.
I know you've been doing a lot of things, man. Were you in Europe? You said right recently.
Yeah, but before your fans are so. I mean, they're just so kind.
They love you. You're a home run with it when it comes to our fans in this show.
They're very, very kind, and they will even show up in some shady dive bars. I couldn't believe it. And
Really?
They're always couple, and no matter how much of a horrible things I see on stage, they're just so lovely.
And you're
So
good at
thank
that. You say some horrible
things. Yes, I really do. The last show, this lady, I think the tail end of the show, your fans were there. The tail end of it, she said, "I laugh at every joke you did. I even laughed at your fisting joke. But when you made jokes by AIDS, my brother died 25 years ago," and she was very upset with me. When people are upset, I let them say whatever.
Yeah.
You know, they paid. So, and
how does it affect you when they are upset? And does it affect you in some way though? Does it?
I mean, I believe it or not, I do have feelings, but like, I don't want to get into the detail, but there's not once of ounce of malice in that joke. It was trying to.
I totally believe you.
I'm trying to make people be sympathetic.
But how do you handle her? Like when she says, "I'm very upset," and she's done saying it, do you say something in response?
No, like I let her. I don't interrupt.
Yep.
I let her say it.
Yeah.
Because this is not. She was trying to get attention. She was genuinely hurt. And she was hearing me say horrible stuff. She was all the way with me to the tail end of it. I let her speak all the way. And she got her stuff. She got out. And as soon as she closed the door, I said, "But I have 20 more AIDS jokes for you." And then people laugh. But situations like that, you should let them say whatever. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And I think this is something I face a lot in Sweden. You know, I remember saying something about women. They take jokes literally. They get upset without not knowing the intention. Would that make sense to you?
Yeah.
But what I also tell them, like, I don't have a problem you speaking during the show, and that's okay with me. But when you do that, you're basically saying everyone in the room have no rights to hear what I have to say because people jump to conclusion about it.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think this is just me. There's a lot of comedians are facing this. Like a couple of weeks ago when Bill Maher got in trouble for that joke, he's been very supportive of minorities. You know, I listened to that joke. He used an N-word. I don't think it was malicious at all. And people are just overreacting.
It was a pretty big reaction. I think, you know, people,
bigger issues, institutionalized, I can't even say that, racism and young black kids getting shot. And those are the bigger issues. Not a joke.
Not a joke. Yeah, yeah. I think he did do that thing where it's like him saying that joke, if he were like hanging out with like in a room, would be people would laugh and have no like if he was with comics for sure,
right?
But doing it on TV, it's like it's one of those things where I think people interpret it as it's not so much the joke, but they're going, you think you have a pass, right? Why do you think you have, like that's what a lot of people
we're taking it, right?
Yeah, like why do you get to say that? You know,
and also people who are not fan of his and don't watch his comedy, when they see a small clip on YouTube, they just make all this assumption, not knowing. Believe me, he has done a lot of good things out there. I'm a fan, and especially with the drug policies, you know, he's always been fighting the drug war. Yeah. So, but we live in the people are going to attack you no matter what.
Absolutely.
You know.
Well, and I think people have there's always been these assholes, people who are offended at everything. And it used to be that you had to call the television station. And now you can just immediately get outraged on Twitter. You can tweet Bill Maher himself. Right. And now he knows who's mad at him. It's the immediacy of communication too, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, Yoshi, you mentioned that you're doing some medical testing lately, right? Did you just say that you're finishing something?
I finished one 3 months ago, but I'm going to do another one late next month. It's going to be 36 days. I haven't qualified.
36 days?
Yeah, this one's.
Wait a minute. What are you doing?
I don't know the drugs, but like I only pay attention to the amount they pay. So they just say,
is it paying a fortune?
12, almost 13 grand, I think.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
I think the saying is, how long is the stay? How much is the pay?
And what are you? Do you know what they're going to be testing?
No, but I don't really care per se most of the time. Only thing I care about is if it's anything to with brain related, like if you have a bipolar or any of those kind of mental medications, I will not touch those. But cancer, I don't know. Alzheimer's.
You've gone for all of it.
Yeah, I've done it. Yeah. It's not a problem.
What will they do to you in 36 days? What will they do to you in 36 days?
This is what typically usually happens. I'm not even concerned about taking the medication. I'm always like, everyone is starving because they cut down your calorie. Like, I got as low as 160 in last studies. I gained like 17 pounds. But I already know once I go in for 36 days, I'm going to drop at least 20 to 25 pounds.
So it's like a diet for you too.
That's the biggest reason.
So
I'd rather lose weight.
It?
Yeah. I don't. That's my number one. I need to lose weight. I'm too lazy to lose weight. I mean, you did an amazing job. I mean, look at you.
I lost some weight. Yeah, I lost.
You look great.
Thanks, buddy. I lost 50 pounds. And I've kept it off. I actually lost a couple more pounds since the weigh-in.
Yeah. It's good because you have a lovely wife, but most importantly, you have a child, you know.
Yeah.
And some of I don't want to mention names, but some of the comedians, friend of mine, they're overweight. I'm just worried about their kids more now.
Yeah.
Russell, yeah. Oh, sorry.
By the way, Russell Peters said he'll want to do a podcast.
Yeah, we'd love to have him.
Yeah.
We'd love to have him.
So
Europe. So I was there.
But you don't know what you're getting into for this next.
No.
When do you find out what the drug is, and can you pull the plug on it? Like if they show up and it's something you don't want to do, can you say no and leave? Or?
Oh, sure. So basically, when you have a like I just emailed them like I'm running out of money, so that's when I usually email them, and then they'll tell me these are the following studies we have, and then
I love that. I just love the system for you. Like I'm running out of money. What medical tests do you have going on?
There's like 4 or 5 different facilities in Southern California, and this guy always emailed me back right away because they're always afraid. Even if they pass the screening, they go in. After 5-6 days, they can't do anymore. They just lose their mind because you can't leave, and you're hungry. Your hands are shaking because no coffee and caffeine.
Do all the tests dictate low calorie intake? Like no matter what you're going for?
So these businesses, so every pharmaceutical companies make drugs trying to make profit, billions of dollars in profit, right?
Sure.
But it's hit and miss. But they don't have a drug to be tested every day. So they have another business called CRO, Clinical Research Organization. All they do is they get contacted by a pharmaceutical company and say, hey, we have a X medication we like to test on people, and we need 40 people between this age at this body mass index, and they cannot be a smoker. So they have all kinds of different criteria for each medication based on each pharmaceutical company. So there's some studies we could drink coffee, great. There's other studies where you could eat almost anything. Now there's other studies so strict, no sugar, low calorie intake.
Wow.
Yeah, so those are the ones like.
So you want to get forced to diet? Actually, you want to.
That's one of the major benefits. So when people say like it's dangerous, but like, man, I feel so much better when you lose weight. I have to say.
It's good to be skinny. It feels better.
Yeah.
So now, here's a question: because you've done so many different tests, you've had all these chemicals in you. At some point, don't you think the body is tampered with? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not a pure specimen anymore for these tests, a tabula rasa, so to speak. You're kind of tainted goods by all these chemicals.
Like that? Do they feel like?
I had this conversation 2 years ago in Vegas, and this guy, I don't remember his name, at the party, and he was telling me, oh my God, I would never do that. You're stupid to do that. That's too dangerous. And he was telling me while he was ready to snort coke. So everyone have a different idea of what's dangerous. So you're right. I can't tell you if I would have never gone into this business versus now that I'm taking it. 2 versions of Yoshi's, which one would have been healthier?
Oh, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I wonder if your body, is it good to be a candidate? Yeah, because you've done so many of these, at what point can you not do them anymore because you've ingested so much stuff?
I'm not age restriction or
no, just chemical restriction, because you've tested so many things.
This guy's been tested on 100 medications, therefore... that's like...
You can't do it anymore.
Is there such thing as too many miles?
I'm not saying I did this or didn't do it.
Yeah.
But many of these organizations don't talk to each other. So
they don't know what you...
They don't know. So what happened is, general rule is they wait until 30 days before they contact you because it takes about 2 to 3 weeks for the whole medication to get out of your system. So to be safe, 1 month. But there's times, if you're broke, you finish one study, you drive across the town. I'm not saying I did it. You could drive from one study to another study, and you barely make it there, and do another screening and hop on to another studies. But there's this group of guys... I only do in Southern California. There's a group of guys. It's like Fight Club. They go literally city to city, state to state, do studies all over the place. I'll see a guy's like, oh, I remember you, 2014 liver cancer study. What's up? And then they call me YO for Yoshi Obayashi. I don't remember the guy's name, KM or whatever. So we just have an issue for each other. But
so there's a circuit, and you know all the players.
A lot of them, yeah. I mean, it's almost like.
When will you go in if you go in for this one?
I think they're going to call me within the next 7 to 10 days for screening. Then after they do the testing, first they make you read the. Legal documents telling you exactly.
Yeah, but you just page through that, right?
Yeah, I have to read. Well, yes. There's only one facility that tests you. Because if you fail that test, they know that you didn't read it, and they'll disqualify you. But other places, they don't give a shit. There's one particular, they're so shady. Even if you get caught doing something wrong, like get out of the room, talk to another person, redo the interview second time around to pass it. They'll do stuff like that.
Wow.
I'm not going to tell you which one because I need.
Now, when you were just doing a European tour with Jim Norton.
Yeah, I just happened to be there for Oslo Freedom Forum. for like human rights stuff.
So you happen to be there.
I happened to be there. Then his manager, who we're not going to talk about it, but contact you as well. He asked me, could you help Jim sell tickets or where's a good place to visit? I just happened to be in the same week when he was performing.
Oh, okay.
So by default, I ended up opening for him, and
How was it?
It was great. I'm glad because there's a lot of comedians that you guys are such an open-minded people. I know you don't have a fear going overseas and doing comedy, but there's a lot of funny people in America doing stand-up. One reason or not, they don't like going overseas, or they have this irrational, not fear, but I don't know.
Yeah.
They just don't go for some reason.
Intimidated by it or something.
Yeah, and I'm glad Jim did it because Jim did extremely well, and Bahrain, who is our tour manager, he was in charge of Pablo Francisco, Fluffy, and Bill Burr, and he told us basically Jim sold about the same amount of tickets as Bill Burr first year he went to Europe.
Oh, wow.
So it was very successful.
Wonderful.
And Jim, it was good exposure to see outside of this country. Because
He's such a good comic, though.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me.
And he's a nice dude on top of it. Now, did you visit any ladies of the night when you were touring?
You are so perceptive. When we
what a guess.
When we went to Antwerp to do a show, afterwards, Jim wanted to go and check it out. Jim has never been to those places, and he wouldn't do it because it's too low class. Because he get the high end. First class, I'm the Southwest of hooker, pickup Southwest. He's like, first class Lufthansa, whatever. But so we went to the one in Antwerp, and it's a mid-sized level one, and it was really good. And
what kind of prostitutes there? Where are they from?
Mostly Eastern Europe, but
that's my tribe.
But I do notice last couple of years, because European economic crisis, you do every once in a while see like, wow, you're German or you're Dutch and Greek and Spanish people, and Brexit probably doesn't help. I mean, there's fear in Europe about all the changes, not just terrorism, but job wise, and I don't think Jim got a girl, but what I was surprised that every window with transsexual lady. I mean, they look so good. Like, I can't even tell. Jim was 100% knew right away. Like, I don't know how he does it. I mean, I'm pretty.
He knew that was a.
That's shemale. That's shemale.
Have you been with shemales? I forget. Is that your lane? No.
One, I can't afford it, but that's never been in my thing.
Is that a premium?
They cost more. Yeah.
Really?
Wow. Yeah.
Why?
Why wouldn't you think they cost?
I just don't. I don't know why.
I don't know why they cost more, and
like it's considered more exotic, so it
I think
more?
so.
Wow.
And I mean, it seems like their prices were a lot higher than other ones.
Wow.
Well,
not the black ones though.
They are
they're always cheaper.
They are the best of both worlds. The transsexual, I imagine.
Sure.
Maybe that's why it's like a bonus feature.
And then when did you do that interview with London Real TV? That was that on this trip?
Wait a minute, I don't remember this one.
I thought, because someone said that you did this interview.
That's real famous Tom Boo, right? Remember Tom Boo?
No, I don't remember Tom Boo.
Oh, you don't remember?
No.
Maybe this is a Southern California thing. There was this Vietnamese guy selling real estate scam, and and he's on a boat with all these white women around him in bikinis, and it was like, who's that guy with the big hair that's teaching people painting?
Bob Ross.
It was that level of cult following.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Tom Boo. Oh, I can't believe TON space VS in victory O.
Tom Vu. I never heard of it.
Oh my God! Now he's a famous poker player.
Oh shit!
This guy?
Oh yes, his videos are.
Oh shit! I remember that guy.
You're from Southern California, right?
Dude, yeah.
I can't believe you don't know him.
Yes, dude.
Financially independent for the rest of your life.
That's some old shit right here, though.
Transactions, I walked away with a check for $15,000.
This is really old.
And 50
I remember
cents.
this.
I took the Tom Wu Profit Seminar. It worked for me. It has made me financially secure.
Why is he squinting?
You can do it too.
No, he's struggling.
You don't have to ask your boss for a raise anymore. You can give yourself the best raise of your life. Come to my seminar.
Using the Tom Vu technique.
He does look like the rub guy.
Made $33,000.
Wow.
If I can apply the Tom Vu techniques and make $33,000 on this house, you can do it too.
Look at her. She taught at my seminar is a solution for those of you who work hard but are underpaid.
Using the Tom Vu test.
Oh, man.
Dad.
I recently bought made me $12,000.
What an official dad.
You don't need to
Look
be
at
a
this shit.
money with my system. A lot of my students who are average people make a lot of money. Why not you?
Dude, what year was that? That was like the
84, 85.
Yes, dude. I remember Tom Vu now.
I can't believe you didn't know Tom Vu. That shit makes me laugh.
You guys so gross, dude.
Rob.
What are they talking about?
Wow.
He's just talking about sharpening the knife, he calls it.
Oh.
And it's like master control of your orgasms, you know? Or just so he's...
When man ejaculation, the pressure of the ejaculation...
Like I said, I don't have to be here.
Oh, boy. What do you think, Yoshi?
This is a different variation of Tai Chi. Touch me. So,
yeah.
Do you think you could do the 50-50-50 rubs?
No way.
No way, right? 350 is what he added up. 350 strokes every day until you can control it. I mean, Rocco can do that. The rest of us can't.
Well, Rocco Siffredi's the king.
Yeah.
Have you talked to Rocco lately? Do you know him personally?
No, last time I heard from him was when Joey Severa called me in Boston when I was doing shows there, and he was hanging out with Rocco, and Rocco said, "I'm sad to hear that you don't work at Evil Angel, and I hope you're doing well." So they're nice people.
Yeah,
and
he's such an animal. I can't. I laugh thinking about, like, I imagine over the years in my mind conversations he has with his wife, she's like, when is enough of this portal? He's like, I do it for the fans. We pay the bills. How am I going to make any money?
Hey.
What the fuck? You know, it's not even for me. It's for
That's
you.
really good, actually.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of enraptured by your
We have
acting.
children, the boys. I do it for them. I do it for them.
You know what's interesting? He released a documentary within the last year or two about his sex addiction problems.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see this.
We played the trailer.
Oh, I'd love to see it. Where is it? Where can we watch that? Do you
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm fascinated by him.
Yeah.
You know, actually, at a Russell Peters taping a few years back, I had a
Rocco came to
backstage conversation with Rocco, and
I don't remember this. So you met
this
him?
was here at the Wiltern. No, I think Tom was. Anyways, and I met him, and we had a really good personal conversation. He told me about some childhood stuff. No, I swear to God, he's super cool because he knows I was Hungarian and his wife is Hungarian.
He loves Hungarian girls.
I
Yeah.
know.
Wow.
Anyways, I really like him as a human.
But you know what?
Lick my ass.
Yeah.
Lick my ass.
That part too.
Lick it.
And he's such a funny guy. Did I tell you that one time he was so disappointed that he was telling me that, I don't know, these kids, he was talking about his nephews and stuff. Like, I don't know what's wrong, what the fuck's wrong with these kids. None of them went to get into porno business. All they ever talked about video games. He was complaining about video games, social media.
You told me that.
Yeah.
And sometimes that passes through my head as such a hilarious dialogue that somebody's like, son, you're 16. Now it's your turn to make a porno.
Yeah.
And the kid's like,
I don't wanna do
I want to
porn."
play Grand Theft Auto. And he's like, no, but 16 is porno time. and the kid is like, but I just want to play video games, Dad. And he's like, what is wrong with these boys?
I think the sad thing is, I think I haven't seen the documentary, but if we're being completely being real about it,
yeah.
When you're in that business or you have a drug addiction, whatever addiction, because you have something missing in your life, some intimacy, right? Because it's interesting with porn. You're doing the most intimate thing, but it has so little intimacy in it, you know.
Oh yeah.
And it's for people who are consuming it with personal issues. A lot of them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're one of those people to watch every once in a while, fine. But if you always need it, it's because there's something wrong with you.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not attacking the business. I'm not.
No, we know.
I think what you're saying is intuitive. It's like you're spot on with
drug addiction or alcohol or porno.
He said in the interview that the interview about the documentary, because I remember that we read it on the show, that he had retired from performing, and then he was, but that he was still going to hookers 3 times a day.
Oh wow. That's addiction.
And that his wife at some point was like, just go back to shooting again. This is crazy. Like you're seeing it.
It's not like an orgasm. There's some kind. I'm sure there's some kind of trauma that you learn to sex or drugs or whatever to give you comfort. You know.
Oh yeah. He hasn't dealt with the traumas for sure.
Yeah.
That's why I think one of the director, Johnny Darko, he's always like shocked. Like, I know you guys. He's such a big fan.
Look, I think io credo che. Oh, this is going to be in Italian with French subtitles.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So that's not going to really.
So
help.
it's called Rocco.
Una persona che ha pagato per essere
I wish I could understand
quello che
that.
voleva
Oh, okay.
Can't show that.
essere.
1,500
Ha pagato con la propria
Anyway, we'll find this. I'm dying to see this.
5,000 partners.
Quella di padre e quella di proprietario di un titolo, di un mito, Rocco Siffredi.
That made it to YouTube?
Why?
There's
you
titties
heard
all
that
over
it's
that.
difficult to work for me? What they say? Rocco will kill you?
Yeah.
And why you can?
Because you are very good star.
Yikes. Wait, so we get back,
Wait, by the way,
back
but
to the hookers.
there was a funny scene where one of the girls, my dad is a big fan of yours, really? Like, he started fucking her, and like, okay, and he's fucking her doggy style. Now look at the camera and say hi to your daddy, and like he's fucking her like that. So he
boy.
Man,
It's dark. It's real dark.
Yeah.
Wait, so did you see any hookers in Antwerp? You were saying
I found a new place.
Oh.
I was really shocked.
Oh,
so
please do tell.
Okay, this is even shocking to me. So I finished the show, working for Jim. Fantastic, it was great. The audience are wonderful, and talk about your fans. Your fans listen to the show because there's so much intimacy, and this make people really happy. Like I was saying, Johnny Darko, one of the directors, he's a big fan of yours, and like he was really happy that I'm on the show all the time. So anyway, great job for that. After that comedy tour, I flew into Athens, Greece, because one of my friends was working at the refugee camp. So these people
Did you fuck a refugee?
No.
Oh my god.
No. But it's funny you say that because I do have some. So there's a place called City Plaza Hotel. It was abandoned, and the pro-refugee group took it over. I don't know how many, maybe 500, 800 refugee people living there. My friend was working there as a volunteer, and when I showed up, timing was bad, so he couldn't be there. So I just kind of walked around, check it out, and
Rob.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
The city of Athens, they don't want to deal with the refugee problem.
So they have a lot of refugees already. The
Yes.
Albanians are there, and right?
Syrians,
Yeah, they got a lot.
Afghan,
fucking gypsies.
Yeah.
Wow, you sound like a Northern European. And they treat them really bad. So they don't want to acknowledge it. And the people who run it don't want to bother the city either because they're pretending that it's not happening. So anyway, I kind of went there, even though my friend wasn't there, check it out. And they're doing a good job. But it just shows, like, even if I have a good intention, my mind goes to the dark places, right? Because I saw really good-looking Syrian girls walking, and what popped in my head was, I wonder she'll give me a blowjob for a hot dog, right? And
a hot dog, you think?
because I didn't do anything, Tom. But but those thoughts do enter my mind.
I do not blame you for those thoughts. I think those are normal thoughts.
What are you talking about?
You just don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, you just don't do it.
You have those thoughts too about.
Sure.
You think she'd blow me for a hot dog?
I think that on a regular basis, like at the grocery store. I'll be like, I wonder if I got her groceries, if she'd give me a blowjob in the parking lot or something.
All right. Anyways, but you didn't see any actual prostitutes that you paid for?
No, but in Athens, I didn't know that prostitution is legal.
Nice.
So I was there for 3 days. So by late first night, I was bored because it's hot. And then I just did an internet search. Then I find out that instead of red light district, it's called white light district.
White light.
So it's called white light district. So prostitution is legal, but you can't have a pimp representing you, but it's legal. And unemployment for young people between 18 through 30 is hovering almost 50%. It's
Wow, Jesus.
That's terrible, but it's great for prostitution.
Yes. That's good news.
Yeah, we should go there.
So
I've been to Athens.
Get someone to piss on my balls.
Yes, and put a baseball bat in her ass for you, like you like.
Wow, that sounds like Belladonna.
It is like Belladonna. That's exactly who I was thinking of. I like her. She's great. I've met her before.
This is the most pro-porn couple podcast
This
ever.
is Christina's version of who my second wife
Belladonna.
will be. She thinks that I'll be over the family thing and be like, I just want some chick to piss on my balls.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. No. Wait, is that something you're really into?
No.
No. Okay.
But she thinks it's it's more of a metaphor for like letting out whatever's repressed because I'm a family guy now.
I just feel like you're going to get, also the fame will get to you, and the banality of your everyday existence will weigh on you.
Fancy word, banality.
Thank you. And then you'll be like, I just want someone to pee on my balls, but I can't ask my wife.
Is that cheating?
Mother of
I'm
my
seriously.
children.
Would you?
Yeah, of course.
Wait, what?
Peeing on balls is cheating. Big time. Why? If you see someone's cooch and
why do you assume it's a girl? Female? So would they be upset?
Yeah, that would be even more upsetting, I think.
Really?
Well, because it's both sexes cheating. It's like a superhuman. It's not
I can't
fair.
have someone pee on my balls.
No. Babe, can I have someone pee on my vagina?
Yeah.
You wouldn't mind that?
Yeah, it's fine.
Some guy pees on my taint?
If that's what you like, no, go for it. I figured like if that's all they need to do, then you're probably and you're happy.
Whatever.
And I'd be like, good, go get that pee. Go get that pee you want on your taint so bad.
Oh, stop it. You know, in Athens, I was there 10, 15 years ago now, and the dudes were holding hands. Do they still do that?
I didn't see that. That's a Middle Eastern Muslim thing.
Oh, that's what, maybe that was it. Yeah, maybe I saw those dudes. And they carry their beads around and they hand holding.
Yeah, they have a very weird notion of personal space, but but with men, but they don't like when women with a man unless they're married or something.
Yeah,
it's
that's the Muslim world. Yeah. But no hookers in Antwerp. You're saying?
Oh no, I got two.
Yeah, well, let's talk about those two.
No, but Athens is amazing because white light district. So basically, you go into this certain street that they tell you they're illegal. You walk down the street, even during the daytime, they have this really tiny, bright white light. That means there's a prostitute there. And the doors are wrapped with this cloth. So when you close the door, it doesn't slam the door. So you go in, you go in, it looks like a disco room with these shiny things that are going in a circle. Like, wow, this is weird. You sit down, and usually there's another guy sitting there, so you're sitting there and waiting for a long time. And
this is in Athens?
Yeah, Athens. So like what does it happen? What happened? This is such a strange. Then they literally call them mama son. So they're all women walk in, okay, and she'll speak. If she see a foreigner, then she'll speak in Greek and English. She said, "Normal sex only." I don't know what that means. Normal sex, €10. Like what the fuck?
What?
€10? If you don't know
I thought you said 10-year-olds.
No, €10. Oh
10
my God.
euros, yeah.
No. We're not
10
talking about
euros? That's nothing, dude. That's what? How much is that now?
$11, $10.50.
That's how bad the euro is? I didn't.
So wait a minute, though. Let's back up. How did you end up at this place? Like, how do you end up there?
They said that, I don't remember the name of the street. They said like, these are the couple of streets that they're legal to go.
Oh, okay.
So I walked down the street, but there's no sign saying hookers, right? Even if they did, it's in Greek, so I can't read that.
Yeah.
So I started walking, like after a while, you start seeing only guys in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And they're going back and forth to these rooms, like so I noticed this pattern, like white lights, metal doors with cloth. So when you slam it, doesn't make a lot of sound. So I open the door, I go in. And it's like a disco room, right?
So after she said €10,
normal sex,
then what?
Then a girl walks in across the room from one door to another, and you see them for a second.
Oh, so you get to like basically eyeball the goods.
Yeah, and the first one I went there, I mean, she must have been 60 years old, and like, what the fuck? I'm not doing this. So like, as I'm leaving, she was insistent to give me a kiss, like. Being friendly, like I don't want to be rude, but she was so friendly. But like, I was just making funny faces. She came and just kissed me in the lip, like, oh my God.
We were just talking about that. How we hate when strangers want to kiss you on the mouth, like they
sometimes
kiss you goodbye
when it's
or hello.
not even like a romantic thing. Like some people do.
But she wasn't being nasty, but she was being so friendly.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I don't want to hurt her feeling because she probably doesn't make unless you're into like older. Overweight.
Wait, was that your only option?
No.
Oh,
so
okay.
I left there, but I was like, oh man, I don't know if I want to do this. But there's so many rooms and so many buildings, so I just walk every one of them. Eventually, I went to one door, and she was pretty. So like, I still thought it's a scam because, okay, €10. But once you go in, she's gonna say, okay, if you want this, another 5. If you want this, another 20. That's what I thought. And then so if the guy doesn't like the girl, they leave and they go to another building. So like, oh, okay, I like that one. So like, I'll pay for this one, and I gave the old lady 10 euros, and then she grabbed me, took me to this room, and it's like a room with very basic furniture with bed. So you're just sitting, and every once in a while you hear high heel walking by.
Right.
So she's going back and forth, and I guess every building with one door, one girl only. So you just wait until your turn.
Oh man.
Yeah. So you just wait, and I think I waited like half an hour for this one, and she came in, and
we'll describe her.
She is Eastern European, but I think she was a little darker. So I think she's probably like Bulgarian or something, one of those, or Macedonian or something like that. And she didn't speak a whole lot of English, but she was relatively like, I don't know, late 20s or 30s.
Who needs to speak a lot of English when you're just making sweet love, though, right?
Sweet love. She's like 10 minutes, normal sex. Like, oh, like take you, like you have to finish with everything by 10 minutes, But
she says that, like that's what she leads with.
Yeah, because if it's Greek, I'm sure she learned to speak to them in Greek or whatever. But yeah, I was shocked. It's only 10 euro for all that.
That is crazy.
I could not believe. And if you look, you could find gem. And there's other ones that after a while you see really pretty ones, but they all have rules like no licking, no this and that.
I eat the ass and pussy all the time. I got nothing.
So did you get to do that though, or no?
Some of the girls won't let you do it.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, wow. But how could you complain? 10 euros though.
Yeah, true.
I mean, 10 euros you get maybe a couple dances. You're actually having. Blowjob and then a couple of position and sex.
So was 10 minutes good for you? As that was enough?
I mean, it's 10, you can't complain. So you just got to finish it.
Wait, now what if you just paid?
But I know, just like doing stand up. When the red lights, you have 2 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Now, if you paid her €20, could you double your time, or is that not even an option?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
you could pay somebody for like 60 for a whole hour if you wanted to.
Yeah, well, next time. I mean, next time bring your cash,
But there's other streets, it's like girls at 20 euros. There's other streets, studio and like...
Wait, hold on.
They're fucking for $10.
$10. And then did you have to wear a condom? Was that mandatory or optional?
Yeah.
Okay.
God, I hope so.
I mean, here's the thing. Anything is negotiable.
Yeah.
If you say you want to pay them $100 for no condoms, I mean, you will find a girl who will do it.
That is a crazy gamble.
Yeah. Or
not a good idea, my man.
But it's $100. You know what I mean?
Or
it's a good
no condom blowjobs or
oh boy,
yeah. I mean, depends, but everything's negotiable, And but a lot of the girls also tell me there's guys that don't want to have sex and just want to spend with the time with a girl.
Aw, those are the guys I would take if I were a prostitute. I'm like, just give me your lonely.
Yeah.
Or
just snuggling.
Or some other girls think like, all she had to do is watch him eat for like an hour.
Eating?
Yeah.
What about farting? Have you encountered anybody that just wants a girl to fart around?
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Where did you encounter that?
I mean, when I get to know some of the girls, they'll tell me weird stuff.
Like
another big thing's like they like girls sitting on cake and shit like that.
Cake farts. Just sitting on
just sitting on food, yeah.
Now, Tom and I have started a website called Fart Mistress where we would
Is this for real?
Yes.
It's real.
Yes, it's real. We're not sure how we're going to get
it's okay for women to fart.
This to happen, but we've come across these fart videos where it's just girls farting and there's nothing sexual happening. Like, do you know girls that do fart videos? Like, they just fart for like $100?
I'm sure.
I mean, if you pay them, they would do it.
Right.
But I don't know any, like, if you're asking me, like, certain girls are for prolapse and certain girls are doing for strep attack, strap-on attack. I mean, there's some girls that name attached to certain fetish, but I don't know any famous girl into
prolapse.
Somebody's into everything.
My miniature stallion was dropped and masturbating. When his penis is dropped and he slaps it on his belly, they call that masturbation for stallions. And so one thing led to another and I couldn't resist, so I bent down and started sucking on him.
That's for a horse. So, yeah.
I hate this documentary.
And then he tried climbing on top of me, so the next thing I know, my pants are down and I'm bending over for him and I'm like, excuse me, I can't resist.
A guy, the guy that worked for Boeing got killed in Washington State.
That's right. That documentary was about that.
Yeah,
Like,
good.
excuse me, I can't resist.
Yeah, you shouldn't fuck with animals. They really
don't think
can't give
so.
consent. I don't think that's fair.
Yeah.
They can't say anything.
We haven't discussed this yet. R. Kelly posted this. You know, he's in some shit now.
Yeah,
right? Well, he's always
Again?
in shit. Yeah. He's somebody who has really been able to navigate the horrible press probably better than most. I mean, I remember that either the Chicago Tribune or Sun-Times did this expose a while ago.
Yeah.
Really laying out all the complaints that were in a Chicago courthouse, basically every filing that's ever been made as a complaint on him. And it was like, they're like, look, this is a record-setting number that didn't get any attention. Everybody always knew about that video with the pissing. And
well, don't you think it has a lot also to do with the victims? They are victims, but they're black women
who are usually, and they're young teens.
Yeah.
So we're not like talking about.
If the narrative was if it was a young white girl, I think reaction would be quite different.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think
but
you're right.
The thing is, he never pretended like he was a wholesome family guy either.
No, well, here this is not.
And he is fucking talented. I don't like what he does, but he is unbelievable.
Well,
those lyrics.
Now they're saying that he's got women holed up in different houses, and
that's bizarre.
He takes away their phones and just basically keeps them.
Yeah,
and tells them when to eat, when to bathe, when it's like it's pretty nuts. This is the latest accusation. This is separate from that, but this is.
And I would drink from her lipstick part because in a son mother way, I had a serious crush on my mom because she could sing her butt off.
Okay, so you had a crush on
And I just looked up and down to her. I looked around. I looked everything about my mother. I loved her. And I even asked her to marry me one day. I was like, nah. She said no. But you know what? I understood it.
But don't you think he's been very honest about it? I think
it's just like the gays.
It is just like the gays.
Because remember, I think last time I told you at the live show.
I asked him, will you ever date your mom?
Yeah. Yeah.
That when I did your live show, porn have the incredible ability to predict who's going to be the next president. But Trump, I think, I kind of admire him for being so honest about, the new trend is taboo relations or incest porn. Those are really popular right now.
And you're saying that Trump is that?
I mean, the way he was talking about.
Oh, his daughter.
Yeah, like if she wasn't my daughter, I would date her, But.
Yeah. And I even asked her to marry me.
I asked him, will you ever date your mom?
The incest theme on this show is really
a lot.
It's another level.
But he really was. I mean, I understand what you're saying. It is kind of creepy the way that Trump talks about it, but it is, I guess, honest too.
Kids on both sexes go through that. Freud even talked about that, right?
Yeah.
Oedipus complex, but also girls for their father. When you reach a certain age, you just outgrow that. But some people obviously don't, And I think Levi Strauss, the philosopher or anthropologist, the whole notion of taboo started with the whole idea of taboo and not have sex with family related, Because
you're right. Because before then, it wasn't, I guess, a big deal. I mean, people married their cousins all the time, like royal family. It's all
some cultures
incest.
still really marry their cousins a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
FDR, I mean, they're 4 to 5 removed or something, but they're nevertheless family. And I remember reading this article one time in England when I was visiting. There was a nuclear plant or something near one of the cities in England, and they were having all kinds of medical and biological problem with it. Like they thought it was some kind of radiation leak or something, but when they did a little bit more research, they found out it was like incest. Just family members having sex with each other. It wasn't a nuclear plant. So it happened more often than you think it does. And look at Utah, there is renegade Mormons. The Mormon church does not condone it, but there are people still multiple wives, and there's all these weird things that are happening.
Yeah, dude, I don't get it. I mean, look, as a parent now, like that's the fucking last thing I could even fathom. It's like it's just not on the table.
You're looking for a lot of health problems with that.
Health problems?
With the genetic with marrying cousins.
Actually, I heard cousins are okay. I had a professor in college. I did. I had a professor in college say that
it's not
cousin fucking is not it's not the genetic mutations. It's immediate. Like when you're going father, daughter.
There's genetic problems with cousins.
With cousin fucking?
Definitely.
Well,
definitely.
We'll have to see.
You look at the studies. There's studies out there about the cultures that have the most cousin marriages and reproduction, and it's just rampant health problems. In
just like dogs.
It's just
same
like,
thing.
It's just
Cross
like
breeding and breeding and yeah.
And I think was it Germany? There was a case where these fraternal brother sisters separated. They didn't even know other existed, and it's some really weird coincidence. I guess they met, never knew they were related. And they start having relations, and what do you do in that situation? I mean, it's a sexy story, but it's still.
That is a very sexy story.
I'd go retarded.
You go retarded at that point.
Oh, I'd rather be retarded than have sex with my brother. Yoshi, would you rather?
How about this though? Sorry, this is with regard to the last podcast.
Oh, okay.
This email. Hey Hitler, during the opening episode of 405, you guys discussed the pleasure of orgasmic birth. As a man, I have no idea what childbirth feels like, but I'm willing to take these women's word for how great childbirth feels. Christina's tried to shoot down the idea, but I feel like it's more likely that something is wrong with her than these ladies are all lying. Maybe a horrible personality is a hindrance to the pleasure, or possibly it was her lack of hydration that led to the painful experience. Love the Palmcast.
Okay.
Burnt as fat, Nate.
Thanks, Nate.
So,
well, why don't you squeeze a person out of your dick hole and we'll talk about it?
Yeah.
I mean, it was pure pain, right?
Yeah, dude. There's not. Listen, these fucking dirty hippies are trying to say that a woman can have an orgasm during childbirth. I have yet to meet a woman that's really happened to. I guess in theory it's possible, but it ain't fucking probable. I mean, it is excruciatingly painful. And I had a fucking epidural and I could still feel it. So, nothing sexy.
Somebody emailed about male to female pilots. Hey, champs, I heard you guys speculating on the female pilot situation. We talked about a flight I was on where the female was the...
Yes.
And it said, my spouse, please use pronouns te, ter, tem. And I was informed Tay sees at least a couple applications each week for a new pilot's license due to a gender change.
Oh, shit.
And considering Tay is one of 4 people that handles these, there has to be a pretty substantial amount of pilots that have changed their gender.
Oh, wow.
Just thought you might like some verification on that point. Have a great week, Mommy. Your newest, coolest fan, Levi.
Wait, by the way, when you said it first, male to female, whatever, I thought it was some kind of new sexual position. So I was confused for
male to female.
Yeah, I know.
Ass
male
to
to
mouth.
female.
Oh, who knows?
This says that Garth fucked up Ireland.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. This person wrote, hey, Jeans, I love the Wheeler Walker Jr. podcast. The live songs were a great idea. Your conversation about Garth being a moron, I wanted to draw attention to what happened a while back when G tried to play Ireland's largest sports stadium, Croke Park. I want to let you know that Brooks is huge in Ireland, especially with mums and rural folk. The announcement of the gigs was a big deal. He had not played here for 17 years.
Wow.
Personally, I think his music is utter tripe and maybe slightly good if you're really hammered at a wedding. The promoters and Garth's team booked 5 consecutive nights in the stadium, something which has never happened before. Tickets were released and sold out immediately.
Wow.
All 400,000 of them.
Oh, my God.
The stadium is in a densely populated residential area, and concerts often cause major disruption. For this reason, there is a rule: no more than 3 concerts can happen in a row in 1 week within the stadium. When this was announced by the council and government, Garth responded by pulling all the shows.
What?
What a dick.
Saying it's all or none. It basically caused a national emergency.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit. The Irish Prime Minister Taoiseach ended up having to make a statement in Parliament about the whole fiasco. It was all anyone talked about. He acted like a total spoiled brat. Everyone here was appalled by him. I live in Belfast and knew about 10 people who were devastated. Here is a BBC News article about the whole thing. Love all the way from Belfast, Ireland.
Wow.
Kiva O'Connell.
Wait. So sorry.
Who knew?
Did it
Fucking A, man.
So they did cancel.
Mm-hmm.
He did cancel. It sounds like he did. I mean,
He canceled because he said it's all the shows or none, and I guess that is a good position to have as a performer.
well, if you're traveling abroad, I think it's probably,
and for the sake of the fans, you can't. Who are you going to decide who gets to see the show? How are you going to decide? You know, which nights?
I really like that.
And which nights are people going to get screwed on? That's not cool.
How would he do that? I guess, right? Like, how would he choose?
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
he's probably. It's actually smart, but that's crazy. They wouldn't let him.
It's cool stuff, slick stuff, neat stuff.
Garth Brooks. Are you?
Did you know that the country music was so big in Northern Ireland?
I would never have guessed.
I
in a
never
million
would have
years.
guessed. Honestly, this is how detached I would have never guessed that he is of this level of popular everywhere.
No.
I mean, I knew he was a star.
Sure.
I didn't have any doubt about that. But like when I was in Edmonton, I was in Edmonton earlier this year, and he was there. He did 9 arena shows.
Bananas.
They like
in a
where
row?
In a row, where the Oilers play, they put a banner, like where they put championship banners, of Garth up there at the end of the 9th show, and they're like, "This is what an impact you just had here." I mean, like, you know, we're talking. He goes somewhere and does hundreds of thousands of tickets.
Mm.
I had no idea he was that big of a star. I just knew he was a big deal, but not like that.
I mean, I always say white people have feelings too. And
White people do?
White people do. And one thing we learned from Trump winning, that there's been a group of people that have been neglected. And maybe, I don't know his music, but maybe he sings songs about people in a desperate situation.
I think so.
He gives them comfort. And
he really connects with that.
Yeah, I don't attack hip hop or country. I don't know music, you know. But if he's doing that, and obviously he is,
yeah,
good for him. And
yeah,
but that's just Canada is not that surprising. It is still North America, you know. But Belfast, holy shit,
that he sold out that stadium, like they just couldn't keep the tickets. That's crazy, man.
I mean, he's a very principled person, because 400. I mean, how much is that? I mean, I'll be a whore.
Yeah,
yeah.
It doesn't even need.
Succulent Chinese meal.
He doesn't even need the money.
Yeah, that's a lot. He doesn't need the money.
No,
but he's going to take that money.
Of course.
Yeah,
he's got to feed Trish. She's getting bigger every year.
Oh man.
I think I'm upset, you guys. I love it. I love it. I only say it to get your eyes to go wide.
Now that you guys are talking about blind people, I got a short and simple question.
Yeah.
Do twin brothers have the same dick size? I'm sure they know, but I don't, since I don't have a twin brother. Frank asked.
Life mysteries, Yoshi.
God,
That's a great question.
A great question.
We've been.
Yes.
Dick detectives.
I don't know. We should call a urologist.
Who could validate?
Or just a twin.
A twin. Okay, we need someone that's an exact twin. What is that called?
But he didn't say identical, right?
Well, I'm assuming not fraternal.
Twins are identical.
Yeah.
But he said, no, I'm saying he didn't specify whether it was identical or fraternal, because there's obviously you can be.
I have no reason to say this, but I would imagine if you're identical with everything, wouldn't you?
I would think so.
It's
But,
a mirror.
But I think that's what he's at. But
I'm assuming that the dick is the same size. I'm assuming.
Who can we call that's a twin?
We have to find. We know people that are twins. Isn't Ryan's
a
Sickler?
twin. Yeah, he's a twin.
Is he an identical or a fraternal?
Fraternal.
Then no, he
Yeah,
can't.
but then maybe the question. Let me just see if I can.
It's interesting. I have two things to say about that. One, I don't know what study it was, but each succeeding son you have, the percentage of that kid being gay get higher.
Really?
Yeah, and another one was my friend Ogie Ogas, who wrote a book called Billy and Wicked. He's a professor at Harvard. He said that gay men in general have a bigger penis than heterosexual men by quarter to a half inches. I don't know where the study comes, but he's a scientist. But yeah,
Is there a reason for it? Do we know why, or a theory?
Maybe. Well, I mean, most heterosexual men don't want to marry, but gay men are more sexually aggressive. And
they fuck a lot more probably than straight guys.
That's why when they think they're sissy and stuff, which is weird, because their appetite's way stronger than.
And they fuck like crazy. And it's so readily. Now, we also had debates about blind people. How do blind people know when they're done wiping? They take a shit. How does a blind person know when they're done?
Especially black blind person, because the how would you know when does it begin and end? I mean, he's already blind.
He's already blind, so
yeah. But they have a partner,
right?
That just because they're blind doesn't mean they're going to be a blind partner either, right?
Right. No, not. So your theory is that they call.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
they call the partner in and go, "Hey, tell me when this paper is white again." Is that what you think?
Yeah, or how does a very successful, rich, and powerful blind people know if they're dating good-looking people? Because they must have a system. Like, is she good-looking? How would you know?
No, you can feel. They can feel your face. They touch your face and your features and see if they're symmetrical.
But if you've never seen a face before, how do you know what's a good-looking face?
You know, you can tell by symmetry. I'm guessing. Okay, Dad. I'm guessing you can tell by features if the nose is like a cute button nose, or is it, wonky or whatever. I don't know.
This is going to Christian arena, but you know that thing in Plato's Republic that all the real object is standing and there's a fire. So all the
allegory of the cave, Yoshi.
Yeah. So
love it.
They're seeing a shadow of something that is not real, but to them it's real, right?
Correct. Until they go to the light of day.
Do you think blind people, they have in their head what's a pretty face, even though they've never seen a pretty face ever before?
Yes.
You did? Okay.
They have an ideal that's different than maybe yours or mine. Maybe. I don't know. They have different. How
you
do
think
they
somebody
know?
that's never seen a face has an ideal of a pretty face?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
Sure, because their other senses are heightened.
That's interesting.
So we've had blind people write in.
It wouldn't match.
It wouldn't be maybe the same ideal as societal ideal, but it would be an ideal in their minds.
Sure.
So we've had blind people write in, and they say that the people know how to finish wiping based on touch.
Okay.
That your sensitivity to touch is heightened.
Yeah.
And you can feel the resistance.
So
of the paper.
Helen Keller is fucked because she has no senses at all.
She was fucked.
Yeah.
They taught her a good baseline of stuff, though. I don't know how they did that.
I think that one of the things you would probably do if you were blind is you would say, you would ask, "Hey, who's considered very beautiful?" And you'd learn what that feels like.
There you go.
So then you'd be like, "This is beautiful. This is beautiful." Okay, so because that would your sense of touch would be heightened, and you would have a memory of that. That this is what beautiful.
So burn victims are ugly because when you touch them, they have a beef jerky face.
Right.
So
a beef jerky face.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, you're right.
Who knows?
Right.
But everybody's idea of what's beautiful is different. I don't know.
Sickler, man.
Sighted
He never
people.
responds. He's supposed to come on here to talk about the Hillary Clinton thing that he didn't tell anybody about.
That's weird.
Then he partied with her once.
Sorry to drop another book.
Go ahead.
But there was a book called Survival of Beautiful. A professor named Nancy Ektoff wrote a book. But she said there is definitely certain mathematical ratio of somebody being beautiful.
Yeah.
There's clarity, proportion. And I know sometimes people say you shouldn't judge people by the book or whatever. But if you're living in third world countries, it's important that you judge people by their face because you don't know if they have leprosy. These are like practical things. It's just men, we always do this. We judge women by the visual cues.
Yes.
Women, more psychological cues.
Absolutely.
I'm
looking for red flags.
You said that you had red flags immediately when we were dating.
Immediately.
Is this a joke? Seriously?
No.
She said that.
What is I want to hear this. I want to know. What was the problem?
Tom's red flags. Okay, number one, very antisocial. I invited him to a party. This is like right when we were kind of starting to date. I go, come to this party. All our friends are going to be there. He doesn't show up. And then I see him around. I'm like, hey, why didn't you go to that party? And he goes, oh, yeah, I fell asleep. So that was kind of weird that
I'm shocked because Tom always seemed very social to me.
Really? I don't think so. And then when we started dating,
okay,
we were, it was a kissy face time and we were so in love. And he was like, I like you so much. I just want to stab your eyes until they bleed. I want to punch you. I want to just kill you. Like he kept talking about wanting to murder me and stuff.
I would say things like, I want to put your head through that dresser. But I mean, I said it like in a
jokey.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still a flag.
Yeah, but
I turned a red flag into a pink flag because I was it could be a sense of humor thing.
Yeah.
We were both comics. So
but it was
gave you
a sense of humor thing.
but there's still some shit under it. I think you should have examined.
What changed, though? Obviously, everything worked out. But
Well, it's 12 years later, and we're normal, But what changed? I just got to know him better, I guess.
Yeah.
There's some other flags maybe to this day.
Like what?
You talk to yourself a lot.
Yeah.
Like this is 2 days ago.
Do that. I do
I look over and he's literally going like freaking out to himself, and I'm like, "Who are you talking to?" He's like, "Oh, so and so. I'm having a thing."
I do that a lot. But I don't think that's that big of a red flag.
No.
I don't.
My
have
dad does it
arguments.
too, so I've seen him do it so many times, and it does make me either amuses me or I'm like, "The fuck is wrong with you?" So I can only imagine.
So because guys, we don't care if you have a career or good credit. We just look at your face, the proportion of your body, and your breast, and your ass. But there's a genetic reason for that. But women look at guys and say, "Is he strong enough to protect my offspring? Does he have a social status? Is he kind? These things really matter." So
guys just need a nice pair of tits, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is true, but there's a reason that the fat surrounding breast and ass is what necessary to keep a baby very healthy.
True.
So,
and luckily for me, she's got a couple of state droopers on her, and
They're so big and droopy now.
They're not.
Oh my God, they're destroyed.
Please.
Destroyed.
All right. What else is there? Anything? What do you got coming up?
Yeah, Yosh, what you got?
Well, I also went to Canada, by the way. I was banned for 12 years.
12 years? I thought the ban is usually 7 or 10 years.
10 years, but I was still afraid to go. But I went up there for how they take care of addicts in Vancouver. So I had to go after working with Russell Peters in Portland. So I went up. It was so embarrassing because when you go up in the bus, they can't continue to travel to Vancouver unless everybody get on, or you have to tell them this person get back on and go to Canada. So I was the last one to get in. I had to talk to 3 officers. I have to explain the whole fiasco, what happened. But I went up there.
What was the initial ban for? Like a fight or alcohol?
I was opening for Russell Peters, but I had a bag of porn, which is fine. That's legal. What got me in trouble was, around that time, Michael Jackson got in trouble for second accusation molestation. So in my notebook, I wrote Michael Jackson's favorite child porn titles. And so they found a bag of porn with child porn titles. They thought I was a child pornographer.
Oh, shit.
Kindergarten Cock, SpongeBob No Pants, Hairless in Seattle, Honey, I Fucked the Kids, Wait till your father get hard.
These are great jokes.
These are great. Comedians.
Those are killer.
How did that turn into a ban?
Well, they took me to this room and went every one of those DVDs, and I had to stand in there for 3 hours watching porn with these 3 Canadian officers because they were making sure there's no kid in there. But they have to get me for something. And, even if somebody here, I was falsely accused of child porn, my life is over.
Yeah.
So they say, I'm glad you think that's funny.
It's so over.
It's so over.
Yeah.
So I don't know why that's so funny. It wasn't funny at all.
Yeah.
It wasn't funny when that happened. But or you could just admit you're working for this guy with a work visa. That I agree with that. I don't care about not going to Canada for 10 years. I'd rather take that. But what was so funny, not funny at the time, but as he's typing my problems, because he said, if you go we could make you see a judge about your child porn, even though there's no kid.
God, there's no child porn.
Yeah, there's no child porn. And then Russell Peter called me and said, hey, show's about to start in an hour. Where are you? And I told him the situation. And he goes, well, you tell them motherfuckers, go fuck themselves. And the guy heard him say that. And I saw him, he paused and, delete whatever he's typing and then retype something over that. So Russell think it's funny, but it wasn't fun. I'm just terrified, And they were just going after people.
And then they sent you back.
They let me do the show because there's no flight back that night. So, but they say first thing in the morning you have to leave. So I did a show. I did one show in Edmonton, and then I have to fly back. So I went up there for the Canadians are doing an amazing job in Vancouver saving people because they have the only place in Vancouver, East Hastings, Vanda, Vancouver Network of Drug Users Union or something. They were kind enough to invite me up there, and I saw about 80 people inject heroin.
Oh, boy.
But they're saving people's lives because they're now overdosing. They have a community to help people with the spread of STD.
Right.
And the number of overdose dropped, crime dropped, and it's working. And we were trying to pass a similar measure in Seattle, but it didn't pass. And we lost a bunch of dear friends and acquaintances in comedy because of the addiction overdose. And the policy that we have is terrible.
It's stupid. So you have any upcoming shows you want to plug?
August 10th, Laughs Unlimited in Sacramento, 8 p.m. It's the first illegal comedy show, illegalcomedy.com. And I'm selling magazines after the show.
There's his magazine, you guys. He gave us some.
August 10th?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a great weekend because August 11th and 12th, you are doing show in Sacramento Punchline. So
That's right.
It's going to be a fun weekend. So we're going to show video from the magazine telling you exactly what I'm doing. I need to sell tickets because I'm already minus 600. It's literally blood money I'm paying. So if no one shows up, I'm fucked.
Where's it at? Where's the
Laughs Unlimited.
Oh, at Laughs Unlimited. Okay.
8 p.m. August 10th and November 11th in Phoenix, Glendale, Arizona, at the club Off the Cuff. We're doing another illegal comedy. So I'm basically just break even, tell people that we want to help people, the addict, drug problems, and
that's great, man.
I'm trying to go into Canada to do a big show. Hopefully, maybe even have a Russell Peters hosting it. But we lost 67, almost 70,000 Americans last year, and the year before that, 35,000. So that is a massive, dramatic,
sad.
And we're losing. These are not bad people. I just want people to know these are your brother, sister, uncle, and
of course,
even grandparents. And our policies are hurting people. It's misguided. So I want to hopefully save people's lives.
It's a very powerful message, man. I'm glad you're doing that. And
your fans are wonderful. They're just really nice people.
Hit him up. Hit up Yoshi on Twitter. You're at
YoshiObayashi.com and illegalcomedy.com. And Laughs Unlimited, August 10th.
All right. Gene, anything else?
No. Thanks for coming here, Yoshi. We always love having you. And
your fans are just wonderful. I mean, I can't believe these couples listen to my horrible jokes.
They're the best.
They're very sweet. Thank you.
They're the best.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.
Come see Tom.
Yeah, come see me.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Ching chong, 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 ching chong. You wanna fuck with my?
First, you gotta have a career, ambition. You gotta send her flowers on a Tuesday. Nowadays, I be like, oh hell nah, bitch.
Oh, I'm a bad mother because I make crazy ass videos.
She don't care about nothing but her fucking nut. So whatever, come on little side bitch, let's go get you some self-respect and dignity and a life. Don't accidentally stick your dick in the wrong hole, stick your dick in the wrong hole. Stick your dick in the wrong hole, stick your dick in the wrong hole. Stick your dick in the wrong hole, stick your dick in the wrong hole. Stick your dick in the wrong hole, stick your dick in the wrong hole.
Bitches out here sucking. Bitches out here sucking. Bitches out here sucking. Bitches out here sucking.
I can't stand when somebody comment under one of my videos, is she high? No, beautiful guy, I am blessed.